pick up the There we go. Okay. Sorry. I guess it didn't pick up the right mic. God forbid you can do that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Back to what we were talking about now, weren't we? Welcome back to the Traveling Hearts, Session 9, The Pond. Now, I will say this is... Oh boy, it is. It's been a little bit of some time. For those who have... Oh, what is it? For those who have seen this on YouTube, everything is set as if nothing has happened. For you guys on Twitch, obviously we did not stream for a little bit. We streamed there for 1 week, and then the next week we did another one. That was just so I could have something for YouTube to have during the whole normalcy of every 2 weeks. For you guys, I just wanted those who wanted to watch and watch this on Twitch to have something for the time being while we were gone for a little bit extra time. But I was correct. We are back in March, and it's getting warmer. Global warming. Nah, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to the warmness, but to those who aren't getting it, well, I'm sorry. I'm not the weatherman, sadly. Likewise, we are on to Session 9. Last session was a big doozy of mischief that the group got into. Basically, after they had dealt with the dragon, they were allowed to spend their money as they wish, obviously. And yes, they spent their money as they wished, obviously. They got a couple of stuff to help them out. They kind of had a little bit of fun. Each person wanted to do something different. If I remember correctly, Orc went and looked at some of the magical shops. Who was it? I think Julian, Evelyn's character, went and did her own thing with doing something with the skull. It was adding... I can't remember the term that they had used. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Did they type it? Hopefully they typed it. I don't think they typed it. They did not type it. Fuck. But it was a process where you add gold to items. And that they did. They added gold to the dragon skull's head, which now has a really unique design that I will get the chance to draw as soon as I can. And then poor Leanne's character Octavia got herself into some mischief there, to which then ended with the group figuring it, just going through all that bullshit. Last session was supposed to be easy. It was supposed to be easy. It's fine. It's fine. I can handle this. Likewise, they got themselves into that mess, which with the tunnels and those group of people. And then after they left, after agreeing to, what was it? After they left all that, joining them basically, but not. It's going to be another way to get through shit. Then they came to the surface and caught up with Key being an absolute dick to Spire. Because, yeah, Key is really not that good of a person. I mean, they are, but they're not. But they are. But they're not. You know, it's the whole yes but no situation of, are they a good person? Yes, sometimes. Where Key was interrogating Spire, and Spire was very much pointing out things that Key has done that they don't agree with either. Because Key was pointing out that, well, you led these people to kill a green dragon, and Spire was like, well, I didn't do it. So why are you blaming me for this kind of deal? To which the group obviously got them to kind of stop, and everybody kind of died off. To which then the group got to meet someone. They don't know his name quite yet. He has been giving a little bit of hints of who he is and his whole shtick. But they had a lovely little chat with him about stuff, and he's been observing this group. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's where I left them off. So now we get some new shenanigans that will be happening. So yeah, let me go and see the group real quick. Let me switch on over. I'm gonna do something. You guys did not see this. Boop, boop. There's the group. There's my group of people. My group of 3. It is fine. So yeah, let's go and say hello to them.
Like, currently I'm doing like a...
Hello.
I wouldn't say, okay. Whoa!
Hello.
Hello.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hopefully I was not interrupting something.
Oh, no, you're good. I'm just talking about the Shattered Seas chapters.
Why did I just do that hello that I always do when I'm introducing? I say hello and welcome to session 2674 of the Shattered Seas Season campaign.
2,674. If that's 4 sessions a month. Okay, what's
the Shattered Seas Season campaign?
2,674.
The return of the
divided
revenge
by
of
4.
the
Flying spaghetti monster.
final blob.
Flying spaghetti monster, yeah!
It has been a while, as I was telling Shreem. It's
That's
been too long.
668. Wait, so there's 4 sessions a month. 668.5 months. What's that divided? And there's 12 months in a year. Hold up. Got this. We're asking the dyscalculate to do math, but I've got this. Divide by 12. That's 55 years.
Wow.
What? Oh.
Oh boy, if I can type. Ah. Thumbs. But yeah, that's a long time. But likewise, would you guys like a recap of what happened last session? I feel like that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, because it's been too long. It's been too fucking long in my book. Last session, you guys had a free day to do as you wish. You guys got to explore more of Sanctuum. Orc went and bought things at 2 separate magical shops, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you found some magical items to help. Mostly, I think you got more bags of holding.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also Ring of Spell Storing.
Yep, you get that as well.
Price tool that'll help us later.
Yep. And then Evelyn, your character went to
Get a skull gilded?
Yeah, skull gilded. Yes. I couldn't remember the word, but I remember what was going on with it. And you had that done to the dragon skull's head.
Yeah.
To which they're still going to be working on it. And then you met up with Starch's character Auric. And then Leanne, your character, went off on her own to go do gods knows what. But you came across a toy store, that was very odd, very weird.
Oh, right, that.
Yes, that. Hold on. You went inside, all was just weird. But something drew your attention to behind the desk, to which then you sneakily made your way through, listened in on what they were talking about, and promptly went to go find the others to go, hey, we need to check this out. With that, you did. And you guys discovered these people.
Listen, she's just baby, chat. She just is baby. She's gonna stumble upon the horrors.
Yes, she will. Sorry. But then, you guys all went back. You came to the room that Octavia was listening on and found no one there, but you found a hatch. you look down the hatch and you found this tunnel system that these people were working on. Oh, who was it? I think, was it you, Oric, that did the little bit of a sneak, like just sneaking around, invisible? Correct. I think that was you. Oh boy,
Oh no.
you're going robot.
Ability on myself and snuck ahead and figured out what was going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Oh boy.
Testing?
Yeah, you're good. It's Sturch. You're going a little robotic. Wi-Fi's failing. Don't do this to me, Comcast. But yes,
Okay, am I back? I think I'm
Yeah.
back.
Yes.
yep, you're good
Yes.
now.
Okay.
But yeah, you.
But yeah, that was Oric sneaking ahead of invisibility.
Yep, you did that, and you came back after seeing and hearing a little bit of what was going on, and then I think Evelyn, you went and I think did your changeling abilities and went up to them saying that you wanted in on this, and to which they stupidly agreed because these people are
Mr.
dumbasses.
Business.
Yes, Mr. Business. And they explained quite a bit about what their plan was, which, like I said, very stupid to do what they're doing, but are they smart? No.
Infrastructural marvel.
Yeah. Weirdly enough,
They're
they know how to make
making
tunnels. Yeah, they're good
So
at making
good and yet
tunnels.
so
What's the-
terrible at planning.
Yeah.
It's the the Rhiannon, not the Rhiannon, the Rhiannon song with like breaking dishes. It's just making tunnels.
Secret tunnel. But
Yeah.
yeah, you two discover that they are making tunnels underneath each major place. They're making one with Athabus, Elteron. They have already done one for Sanctuum. They're trying to do one for Shindari, but they have stated that it's kind of hard to do because of the mountains. But they're doing what they can and stating why they're doing it. To cause a little bit of damage. That way they can go fix it and then try to get good graces to be part of the government body or to take over part of it. But you guys know of that.
Very clever plan.
Yeah, like I said,
Could
these people
totally
aren't
not backfire.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're dumbasses.
Very clever plan. Disrupt a little bit of their infrastructure with a tunnel that leads directly back to their base of operations. And then hold the city
Listen.
ransom for the small amount of money that they definitely have to be able to fix it. With repairmen and construction workers that most likely live in the town.
Yeah, like I said, these people aren't smart.
It's the Dayton tunnel system.
We have a tunnel
It's the
system.
Swiss cheese. No, it's the Swiss cheese
Yeah.
of plans.
We have a tunnel system. Also, it's the Swiss cheese of plans.
Oh my goodness, how did I not know this?
You didn't. Listen, I know way too much about the tunnel system. It's the basis for my vampire novels.
Oh nice. Man, now I need to Google this a little
I've
later.
been in there, actually. I've been in there.
Oh my goodness. Sounds
Yeah,
like
so have I. In fact, I'm there right now. I am beneath your home.
Could you imagine? I'm gonna stomp on the ground.
I had
I can hear you.
some of my drink in my mouth when you said that. I almost spat it out. Goodness.
If you take any of the dirt from my floorboards, I will press charges.
You're not gonna have any
Dig
floorboards left,
upwards.
Bozo. Give me your timber.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm sorry. You ain't gonna have any floorboards left, Bozo.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold on.
Crying. You're gonna have any floorboards left. What was that? You know that's sad.
There you go.
That's just a headline on one of the papers in the city. After all this.
now in
Those
Oh no,
Clover.
secret's out.
daily news.
Oh my
my
goodness.
god.
But yeah, you guys leave that area knowing people, what the people are doing in the tunnels, being little rats. And then you guys leave. You go back to the castle area, to which you find Key having a very strong, mostly one-sided argument about what Spire did slash technically didn't do. They just led you guys to the dragon. To which then Spire pointed out things that Key did that they don't agree with, and then Key obviously being like was railed for what they had done because it came to light about it. And on top of that, I remember one of you gave me a very high perception check, if not a natural 20, which then in turn meant that you guys got to meet a specific person. You guys still don't know his name, but you have seen at least that form of him. And he basically has admitted that he watches people because he's very curious about humanity and what he has helped created. And what else did he mention? Try and remember more. But yeah, you gotta meet this individual, which yeah. So that was pretty much what happened last session. And I will say by the time all this has happened, it's very much kind of dark out. So you guys are free to either have food or go to bed or do what you want to do. 2 rats. 2 rats spinning. But yeah. 4. How do you find these?
In this economy, hey,
Rats. But yeah.
rats.
What would you guys like to do? A little bit of time to do whatever.
So is it like, sorry, is it daylight out still, or has it become nightfall?
It's nighttime.
Ooh, and we do have the same like accommodations from the previous night still.
Yeah, you guys still have it since you guys are still here,
Okay.
and you guys have pretty much like helped sanction with a couple things.
Octavia is going to look and see if there's like a map or anything to like the closest theater.
I will say there's no like actual map, but you do at least. What did I remember telling you?
Well, there's one theatre that just teleported into town just today.
Die, suffer and die, die. Chat, throw tomatoes at her. Solely exile her.
Principal, expel him.
Mr. Solely, send him to
Mr.
the
Electric,
principal's
send him to the
office.
principal's office and have him expelled.
You know, I got to see Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D when I was little, and it made me like it was the first ever movie I saw in 3D, and so I was just sitting there like, because it was like
I bet.
so much.
I mean, to be
I had
fair,
the
if any
red,
movie's
blue
gonna make you go,
glasses.
it's that one.
Bailiff Whack is peeping.
Had the chat and party. I had the red blue glasses, and previously my only experience with using the red blue 3D glasses was Frodian Magazine's SpongeBob comics, and that's so it's static, but moving screen with the red blue glasses, it was just a whoa.
It really do be the the
3D.
early 2000s CG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
The
saw
Well,
it
the
for the
thing
first time when
is
I was
like,
like 5 or 6. It was a fever
Spy
dream.
Kids 3,
I was 7.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Is it okay?
That
This
kind of
is such
thing.
a bad thing too. So that type of CG worked on me so well because I was so little. I thought it was practical effects. The same as like I wasn't one of those kids who thought Polar Express was real, right? But I knew it was done through like mocap, but I didn't really understand mocap, so I thought it was like live action that had been traced over by animators. Which I mean, I
I
guess I
mean,
was kind of
that's
right,
what
but
happened.
like
That's what happens in Dune 1984. Those shields were drawn onto the frames by hand.
nice.
Those box shields,
Yeah.
like they were carved. No, 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 not even drawn onto the frame. They were carved out of the frame
Ooh,
by
that's fun as hell.
hand, dyed a different color, layered onto a copy of them that had that area cut out. I
I know
feel
what you mean.
so
It's the
sorry for
negative
the people
space.
who had to work on that. That must have cost so much time and money.
You know what? If we're on this film tangent, right? I to this day, I love and adore Technicolor. I believe Technicolor is some of the most beautiful color you can use for film. The reason we don't use it in modern times outside of cost is because a certain reflective, like there's a yellow light that was used in those cameras and in that day that we just can't replicate. And like the manufacturing information for that bulb is just, it doesn't exist anymore. And so we get the closest like facsimile of it we can, but we can't get that exact correct like shading and color toning. And that's why like we can't replicate it digitally. I lose my mind every time I think about it because it's like that one piece of inconsequential small information is now the entire reason we can't practically do Technicolor. And it's like, imagine being the person who died with that information. Like, oh my god.
I mean, it's almost certainly out there somewhere.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Like, Barry, it's just like how the previously thought to be permanently lost episodes of the second Doctor from Doctor Who, all of them have been taped. Because the BBC back in the 60s used to regularly dispose of all of its recordings of episodes to save room. That's just what was done in
Yeah.
the day. Like, these were not supposed to be
Yeah,
lasting
that's normal
cultural
for TV.
monoliths. These were television shows. Cheap, disposable, nothing. Uh, Hand them a few pennies to give them a costume or two every once in a while and leave them be. Have them destroy the tapes afterwards to make room for more. So, almost all of the second Doctor's episodes are completely lost. Lost media. But apparently, there is legitimately at least one person who actually does own a tape of pretty much every episode that was lost from back in the day, but they haven't revealed themselves because, well, obviously they would get in a lot of legal trouble, which sucks. But it's
See,
good to know
I
that they're
think,
out there.
and this is not me speaking in any professional capacity. On the record, this is not me speaking in any professional capacity. However, historically, there is a reason a lot of piracy work and a lot of archivist work has overlapped. There are times that the only way to prevent media from being lost is to archive it. And a lot of times, the only people who archive things are the people who want to disperse them. But yeah, that's why there's such an overlap.
Okay. D&D.
Yeah, apologies. Octavia looking for theater.
Okay.
Dungeons and/or Dragons.
I will say, you do remember.
We got those?
I will say you do remember the one area that had the open theater, but past that, I don't really remember you guys actually finding an actual like theater. Uh, but you can always ask someone.
Octavia asked the closest physical person.
Okay. You look around to see who is all still kind of close by, and you see a halfling that's just kind of walking, kind of minding his own business. And obviously, you go up to him and you ask. You're asking about the theater.
Yes.
Okay. You ask him about the theater, and he looks up at you and just goes, "Oh, well, we have one down that path over there." And he points a little bit off to the left, down a path that you have been down before. Uh, and he goes, "There's one down that way. I think it's currently open. I'm not too sure. I don't go and use it. I faintly, if I remember correctly, they were renovating some parts of it. I don't know if it's completely open yet, but that's up to you if you want to go check it out. Like I said, I don't go down that path mostly."
Thank you. And she smiles and politely waves. And then she is going to go down the path as if it's, like no consideration to why someone might not want to take that path. She immediately goes down it.
Okay. I will ask, do the other two wish to follow behind, or do they kind of just still doing their own thing?
I think Orc would probably go back to the castle at this point and just try and get to bed.
Okay. Then yeah, for you, Auric, you head back into the castle. It's very quiet. You do hear you do see a couple small groups of people who are kind of just minding their own business. But they don't notice you as you head up to the stairs and make your way up to your room.
Yep.
Okay. And then Evelyn, what about your character?
I'll do the same, more or less.
You two are going to bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Same way. You see Orc heading to the castle, so you slowly follow behind. Same thing. You notice small groups of people in the castle just kind of talking amongst each other. They don't seem to really pay mind to you as you head up the stairs and you head into your room and take some sleep. But for you, Leanne, you head down the path that the halfling told you about, and as you make your way through, there's a lot less people around you, but there seems to be a small crowd a little bit up ahead that you can see. You can't quite tell what place they're standing at, but I will say, likewise, probably making your way through it. And you get closer to them and you see a giant sign that says, oh, what's the name of the place? Let me look. You see... Come on, room, give me an idea. Okay, you see the name Hummingbirds Theater on a very large hanging sign. And in front of it is a small group of people all talking amongst themselves.
She is going to walk up to them and wave.
They don't seem to mind you at the moment. You do see one person who does see it for a second, but then they kind of get drawn back into the crowd of people. I will say there's like about a group of 10 people in front of you.
sidestep them and try to knock on the door.
Okay. You try to reach for the door, and you do realize that they're not just like standing too close to the door, so you're able to kind of scoot past them. They don't. They do move for you. You knock on the door, and you don't hear anything for a second until you see the door kind of open a little bit, and you see the face of a pink tiefling looking at you, and she just goes, "Oh, hi. How can I help you?"
Hello, I'm in town for a while, and I was just wondering if you have any work for travelers.
Um, well, at the current moment, we're still doing a little bit of repairs. We had an accident not too long ago where parts of the front stage got broken a little bit, but I mean, unless you can recommend like plays for us that we can do, we're so far pretty good. We have people training at the moment. We're trying to get some new actors involved. You do see her kind of shifting her head a little to see the inside, but still trying to keep the door as close to her face.
Ooh, something's going on. Octavia, the ever oblivious, is going to step forward.
Oh, please, you don't have to come in. If you...
You sure I could help with the stage?
Oh, it's rather dangerous work. We have a couple dwarves and a couple humans helping us with the repairs. I don't want you to get hurt. I can tell that you're probably in the theater yourself anyways.
I am, and she smiles brightly.
Oh, which one are you from? I don't think you're from here, obviously, but which one are you from?
She explains that she's from the... I'm trying to think of my cardinal directions. It'd be south, right, to Athea?
Thebes is more... Hold on, never... More east.
Okay. She explains that she's from the east and that her and her friends are traveling. And
Oh, jeez.
Latvia.
You kind of went robotic there for a second.
Oh, sorry. She explains that she's from the east with her friends and that they are traveling together, and she gives her, like, genuinely, I shit you not, like an hour-long spiel.
You explain all this to the tiefling, and she very much is just staring at you. It's very hard to read on her face alone just what she's thinking, or at least slightly feeling. But she very much nods along with you a couple times, but she just sorry. She ends up saying, well, I'm very happy that you're part of the theater as well. Not many people around here enjoy it as much as some of us do. A lot of them don't seem to find it amusing, but anything to help worship the god as well. But like I said, I don't want you to do any dirty work. It's very hard to do, and the destruction was really bad. And you see her eyes kind of get wide, and it goes down to the side as she's probably remembering what happened.
She's gonna go, well, I thank you for your time. Because, again, she is oblivious, but she's not rude.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's no problem. Hopefully we'll have all this ready in the next day or two. That way we can actually start on our productions. But until then, I know you probably noticed those group of people behind you. They have been trying to get news about what actually happened. If they ask you, don't tell them anything, because obviously I'm not going to tell you anything, but they're going to want to try and ask you anything about it, but don't pay them mind. They can be a bit...
Her eyes light up. She goes, a secret? And she says it way fucking loud.
You do that, and she kind of motions her hand like to like have you go shh, 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 shh. She's like, it's not really a secret. It's just more of we don't want people to feel scared to come here. That's basically why.
She goes, I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you.
Yes, she has just barely lowered her voice.
Thank you. And you see her kind of looking behind you, and the group of people behind you, they are still chit chatting away. They have not seemed to hear you much at all.
All right.
But yeah, the tiefling just looks at you once more, and she just goes, like I said, if we're back in town in a couple of days, at least 2, we'll have everything ready, and you'll hear about a celebration relating to it, as this place
Wonderful.
I'll see you around.
She smiles. See ya. And she waves off. And then, so she's going to make her way past the group. You know, obviously, if you want them to stop her, by all means. But she's going to head back towards the castle and probably just, like, cuddle up with the party.
Okay, yeah, you leave. The tiefling closes the door behind, and you make your way, and one very shorter human looks at you, but he then gets brought right back into the group again. You do almost hear him wanting to say something, but like I said, he gets cut off and brought back. But yeah, you make your way back to the castle. It is very dark. There's not many people out. Very, very rare. Barely anybody is out. Maybe a couple people walk in here or there. But you make your way inside the castle, and yeah, make to your room, and y'all head to sleep. So yeah.
Wonderful. See, in my head canon, she's like cuddled in the middle between both of them.
Are you guys having like a cuddle party?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. Okay.
Like, Org's already asleep and he wouldn't really care anyway.
No.
I can just, depending on how Evelyn feels, just seeing Yulilin not realizing that she went into the wrong room, just flopping onto the bed. And Octavia also, yeah, just Octavia walking into what she thinks is her room, finding the other two, and just going, fuck it. We're balling.
We're balling.
But yeah, you guys head to bed, and it is extremely peaceful for all 3 of you. You guys have whatever dreams you typically have. I know for work, trance for being an elf. Everybody else, you just
trans?
that
was like an option.
Yeah, so Auric is
The half
like
elf?
fully aware while all this is happening. Because like trance, you are aware of your surroundings, so could have pointed anything out at any
He
time.
feels the bed
Wait.
fucking drip, and he's just like, "What the hell?"
Hold up.
He's
Is that
zoned out,
actually
and he, like-
true?
Yeah, you are vaguely aware. Like, I think you have disadvantage on perception, but like you're still kind of aware. But like he's just kind of zoned out, and he kind of notices it, but he doesn't really care.
Okay, I've
He's
never.
like, if I want to,
That is it.
Elves are weird.
See,
They are
a little
weird.
bit.
for half elves though, for like Octavia, I've always been under the impression, like, can't they choose whether they want to sleep or trance?
I don't know.
Nah.
I'm gonna.
To my understanding, mechanically they just
Huh?
sleep like humans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, neat.
Yeah, I'm looking into it. Half elves.
Yeah, I know a bit more about half orc sleep for some reason than I
Wonder
do
why.
about half elf sleep.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I
you know
wonder
so much.
why. What OC is a half orc who doesn't sleep.
What sleep?
I thought you had another one.
What sleep?
Yeah.
No, Evie.
Ah.
Rose is actually surprisingly pretty good about her sleep, which is shocking. But that's because she's a control freak when it comes to time.
Okay, so it doesn't say anything about like the sleep thing, but it does say with half elves that you can't be magically put to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I figured that.
Hmm.
Although, to be fair, Octavia's not that intelligent. Like, if a spell were to, like, what I'm saying is she would be by a placebo.
Yeah.
Like, even if it technically doesn't work, if they said it worked, it probably would work.
Or my favorite, you are all put into a deep sleep, and Bob over here gets hit by a chair.
Every DM ever.
That's what I will do,
Listen,
D.
I love putting characters into situations. And part of that is like charm magic. I just love seeing them fucking react to it.
Someone puts a bucket over your head like a Skyrim NPC.
Actually,
Yeah.
DM, I'm playing a Yuan T, so I'm immune to poison damage and being poisoned.
Chair.
You get immediately thrown
yeah.
off a cliff.
Uh,
Me as a DM. What did you say?
I will find a way to poison you.
Actually,
you
DM,
superior.
I'm a simic hybrid mystic.
You see, DM, I am
Nothing
not
can
just an
harm
elf.
me.
I am an elf who cannot be frightened. Deal with that.
I am a sorcerer,
Karate ass.
warlock, bard, paladin.
You see, I'm a barbarian, paladin, monk.
You see,
druid.
I'm multi-classing as every class in the handbook. Good luck.
I think you could.
Ah, yes, the absurd build. Who else has seen that?
Someone in
Oh god, like
BG3 did it.
one level in every class.
One level
The
of every
absurd build?
class.
Yes.
It literally is just the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that that used to be a feat that anyone can take back in 4th edition? It
Yeah,
just
that's-
gave you +2 to all of your skills that you aren't trained in.
I know.
Trained
I
just
know.
gave a flat +5.
And then you got
It didn't
Shout out to my
scale.
fourth edition girlies.
You see, DM, I'm a lolcalf bear totem barbarian, so I'm resistant to every condition and damage type in the world.
My goodness.
I'm fucking crying. That's amazing. You know, that needs to be in the quote book. But also, like, I've met players like that before. And I don't mean like back when I was in middle school or in high school. College campaign players who genuinely were like that. Where they'd be like, well, nothing harms my character. And it's like, do you want to play the game? Do you want to play?
Yeah.
Like at that point, just join a role playing
Oh,
form.
what's that, DM? You've managed to deal damage to my bard slash druid, moon druid.
Oh.
You've managed to actually take down my bear form. Surprise! Another bear.
Yep.
You haven't
Sorry,
even
I
touched
still
my
have 2
hit
more
point.
health bars.
I summoned another health bar.
I summoned another health bar.
I have taken 3 times the boss's. No, I have taken 3 times more damage than the boss has health.
My
This
goodness.
this reference will go over, unfortunately, everyone's head, but that quite literally was the lady in the finale of Caster's pirate campaign. Of like, I have summoned another health bar. Blue eyes
Oh,
of
boy.
my cave bear. What is Persephone if not blue eyes, white cave bear?
And then, power word kill just comes out at that point as the Exodia.
It's so cracked, actually.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Back to D&D. 2 more shenanigans. So,
There are
Please
only
don't try to
shenanigans.
There are only. Listen, we are the four greatest minds of our generation.
My goodness. But yes. So, Oryx, since you only need 4 hours of sleep, you wake up before everybody else. What would you like to do while you wait for the others?
I guess probably like 20, 30 minutes on an exercise routine and then go look around, see if anything's going on in the castle. I mean, probably not this time of morning, but you know.
Yeah, okay. So, you do your little. You do your little routine, and once you're all done, you leave the room and leave the other two to sleep some more. And you start wandering around the castle a little bit, and it's fairly quiet. Do you want to explore some of the rooms or just kind of see if there's anybody around?
Mostly just seeing if there's anything around or if there's anything like major going on.
Okay, yeah. You kind of look around. You don't hear anything initially. It's very silent. Making your way down the steps, you can hear the faintness of some footsteps, but it's kind of hard which direction they might be coming from. But you know, at least from what you can see, it's not in front of you.
Hmm.
Do you want to do
Alright.
like a perception check just to see if you could tell where it's coming from?
Yeah, I'll give that a shot. Let me see here.
Okay.
That is a oops, 17.
Okay, yeah, with a 17, as you have already guessed, it's not in front of you. You don't seem to see anything around, but as you are really taken in the sound, you can hear it from behind the stairs, which behind the stairs leads to that open chamber that you all were once in with all the people, where was all the seats, and then went down to the chairs where the councilman once sat. So your best guess is it could be coming from there. But realizing that it's coming from there, the only thought you have is who's there?
So I'll go take a look.
Yeah, you go take a look, and you open the door, one of the doors, and initially looking around, you don't see anybody, but you still hear the footsteps around. Do you want to give another perception check?
That is a 7.
Oh boy. Yeah, from what you can tell, you know you can hear the footsteps. It's definitely in this room,
Sorry.
but there's just you can't really see someone in here. Do you want to still try and see if you can find someone in here?
Yeah, I guess I'll look around.
Okay. So as you make your way down the steps, kind of looking to your right and then your left, and each step you do that once again, you still don't see anybody, but by the time you get down to the very end of these stairs, which then lead to the raised center where the table and the chairs for the councilmen are, you are actually able to see that someone is close to that door that you guys had also been in, that all the councilmen go in, and then they let the people out there do their voting, or like getting all their I guess results situated. But you, like I said, you do see a person on the other side near that door. But they seem to also kind of be looking around as well.
I had my microphone off. I guess Orc will go up and try and get a better look.
Okay. You step onto the platform, and you, at least from where you're standing, there is a light shining on this spot, and it seems to be the part of the moon that is outside. But as you do that, you hear the footsteps stop. That's so hard to say. You hear them stop, and Do you look forward at the figure?
Yeah.
Okay, you look at person in front, and all you just see is a cloaked individual. You can't really make out any features since they are mostly in the dark.
Hello, what business do you have here?
They don't say anything. They are basically just standing very still.
Orc will walk up and try and, like, at the very least, see if he can see our face any better.
Okay, yeah. You walk towards this person, and as you do, you realize that you kind of tower over them by quite a bit. But they still are just standing perfectly still. But when you notice the cloak, you notice that, because I know with dark vision you can see. I'm trying to remember how dark vision works. It's
You
more
can
in,
60 feet
see
in front of you?
in, like, black and white, or, like,
yeah.
gray.
Okay, so you see it in gray. So
Oh,
you
I
don't.
thought it was like night vision.
No, sadly, it's mostly like, yeah, it's in grayscale. Uh,
Ah.
yeah. But you notice with the dark vision that while you can't tell the colors of the cloak, you can see that there is a design on it. And it's a very intricate one. It's of leaves and different kinds of plants, and you can even see where the hood is on the person, that where the hood is connected to the cloak has a design on it as well that could look like maybe I don't know. I would say embroidery is a thing. So, yeah, you get a pretty decent look at the cloak at least, but you can't really see the person's face still.
Would you care to identify yourself? It's the last time I'll ask.
You say that, and for a couple seconds, you don't get a response. But you do very faintly just hear a voice that goes, I was just looking.
Looking for what? It's remarkably early to be skulking around a place like this.
I like to take a look at this place sometimes in the night. I will take my leave once I am done.
I'm afraid that's not entirely... I mean, you can't just walk around by yourself. This isn't entirely a public space, at least not this early.
You just hear a sigh come from the being in front of you. I guess you're right. I must make my way. And as they start to walk around you, you start to, I would assume you're watching them as they leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch them as they leave, and just as they get to the center where the moon is, you just see the cloak and the person just vanish in front of you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hmm. Well, that's somewhat concerning.
The razzle dazzle.
So yeah, you met something.
We sure did meet something.
I will say,
Actually, not we. Octavia's still napping.
yeah, I will say, you do look at this, probably maybe a little bit of this, like, disbelief, a little bit concerned, maybe confused, I'm guessing.
Yeah, actually, Oric will cast See Invisibility.
Okay, yeah,
Ooh.
you cast the invisibility. There's nothing. This person truly just up and
Teleported.
gone.
Very well.
I wonder if it took thunder
Oh my god.
damage.
Oh my goodness.
You know it's weak to that.
That's all teleportation magic is. Listen, Blue Jay, we love you.
But yeah, like I said, this person quite literally just up and is gone. No invisibility.
Well, I suppose they're not here at least. That's all I could really ask.
Yep.
So for now, unless he sees or hears anything else concerning, he's gonna head back to his room and wait
Oh.
for the others to wake up.
Okay, yeah.
Aw.
You head back, and obviously, as you step into the moonlight, you standing there with that shining and seeing everything and being where you're at. It's something else. It's very odd, but you shrug it off and you just head back up the stairs, and still making your way through, nothing seems to happen. Even when you make up to
Making
your
his
room.
way downtown, walking fast, space is past, and he's all bad.
But yeah, you make it back up to your room. You see the other two just sleeping away, dead asleep. And yeah, you, I would presume, just kind of spend the rest of the time you have just doing whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
I will say, Octavia's sleeping is like the least chaotic out of all of my D&D characters. Like, she is literally just snug in a bug. Like, she's just honk shoeing, cozy. Like, it's not like flopping about. Like, she's actually peaceful, which is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. But sorry, just give me one moment.
Of course, no worries.
So, soon enough, a couple hours go by, and the sun rises, and I would assume the other two, Leanne and Evelyn, your characters, wake up, and kind of Leanne, you already knew what was going on, but I will say and I know Evelyn's gone for a moment. I'll just give her a moment before I say this part.
Posture check, hydration check, everything. Any VOD viewers, like and subscribe. That's an order.
You
It's not
better.
a suggestion. You better. You have to. You have to. You've enjoyed the episode this far, and it's free.
Yeah, it's free so far.
Hey, this is because this is my friend's channel and not mine, so I get to be. Do it. Do it now. Water gun emoji.
If you don't like this in the next 5 seconds, I'm going to explode.
If you don't like this in the next 5 seconds, we kill Octavia.
No. I explode. The DM explodes. I'm just gone. Boom.
Could you fucking imagine?
Yes. Okay. Evelyn, you better be back.
She's probably like washing her hands, just like zooming.
I'm very glad that she does not have the headphones that my fiance has, where he can still hear us. He can just walk anywhere and can still hear us.
I lose my mind. This is a public service announcement. If you use Discord a lot for your friends and you have wireless Bluetooth headphones and you think that they don't have a mic, make sure they don't have a mic. because the amount of times people have been wearing their headset and they'll just like go to the bathroom and come back and everyone hears it. It's not zero. It's like theater when you're wearing your fucking prop mic and then everyone hears you go.
Yep.
It is very funny in retrospect. Rest assured, everyone will judge you based on how long you wash your hands.
Yeah. Because, funny enough, I have done that to my fiance where I've been, like, talking to him, and I know he can't respond. And he comes back, he's like, I heard all that. I'm like, I know. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
What did you expect from me?
See, that's like when I was younger, I probably would have done something like that. But nowadays, I'm very weird about like anything going into the restroom with me, if that makes any sense. Like
Yeah.
first and foremost, I don't like public restrooms, but secondarily, I don't take my phone into the bathroom, and that's not like I'm trying to stay off my phone or any holier than thou screen time bullshit. It's genuinely a germ obsession. So like I don't take my phone into the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm back.
You're back.
Whoa.
Come back.
I was just getting into you guys
Octavia's
waking up.
honk shoeing.
But, yes. I was describing you guys waking up. But, likewise, Leanne, you wake up. You see Orc just kind of minding his own business in the room. And you realize you already had figured it out that you were not in your room. But you, Evelyn, wake up. Realize that you are not in your room. Seeing everybody around you, and how do you feel?
Sorry. Could you run that again?
Okay, so, I'll just say, like I said, with Leanne, you wake up, you kind of already figured that you were not in your original room, but you kind of had accepted it. You had waken up, you saw Oric in the room, kind of just doing his own thing in the room. But you, Evelyn, you kind of wake up, realize you're not in your room, and that you are in the same bed as Octavia. Kind of piece it together that Oric might have been in the same bed. How do you feel?
Fair enough.
You just are kind of like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, you guys kind of get yourself all good. Grab what you need, put whatever you need to put back on, and I would assume you guys leave the room.
Most likely, yeah. She gets up, she stretches.
Okay, so you guys leave the rooms, and just as you start to make your way down the steps, over comes, what was the name? I can't remember names. Yes.
Valid.
I just had to remember who I wrote down for this. You guys, as you are leaving and heading down the stairs of the castle, over comes both Ravine and Will. Ravine seems to be holding a paper that he's still reading, attached with another piece of paper in his other hand, and in his other hand has also the envelope with it as well. And Will comes up to you guys and he goes, "So, how have you three been doing so far? Have you guys been enjoying Sanctuary so far? Has it been lovely? Has it been nice to you?"
It's been quite pleasant.
It's been very nice.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear that. I adore this place so much. It's like a second home, almost. But, either way, we have some news that we guess might be easy for you guys to handle rather than us. Pertaining to something oh, what was it again, Ravine? What's on the paper? And he looks over Ravine's shoulder. If I remember correctly, Will is taller than Ravine by a couple inches. So he is literally looking over
Ah.
his hand, looking at the paper.
Oh.
And Ravine is still looking at it, confused look on his face. And he's just kind of like, I don't really know. One paper makes sense, the other one kind of doesn't. I don't get it. Can you look at it? And he hands Will the papers. Will starts kind of looking it up and down, Lily moving his head up and down as he looks at the one paper and then looks at the other. And he goes, yeah, that's what. Right. He puts the papers all together. He goes, we would think you guys can handle this task way better than us. In these papers has come from Quincy. I don't think you guys have met her, right? She doesn't seem to move from her post much. But either way.
Octavian head. She's like, yeah, we haven't met her.
Correct. Quincy has sent us a letter or two relating to a vision that she was given by her. And he looks over at Ravine and he goes, who the fuck is her parent again? And Ravine just goes, I don't know. They don't seem to know. But Will shakes his head and just goes, whatever her godparent is, I have to remind you, Quincy is an Aasimar. Heard of one, right?
Ooh!
He kind of is just looking at you guys, trying to see if you guys do know of what an Aasimar is.
Octavian nods. She's very familiar with Asimirs.
Okay. How about you, Evelyn? Heard of an Aasimar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And for you, Oric, I will say you're hearing the name Quincy, and it rings a bell, actually. You very much remember that name clear as day. You can't put a face to the memory, but you have heard the name. You remember this individual coming actually to Eltron before it fell. And you weren't in the room when this happened, but they had wanted to talk to the king about a situation, about a vision that they were told about. And you remember that Quincy had seemed to have stayed in or around the castle for a couple of weeks. And then as soon as they thought that everything was fine, then everything had happened. So you're very familiar with the name Quincy. But do you mention that to Will and Ravine?
It's like, I feel like I know that name, but I believe they came to see the king at some point.
Oh, the king.
Hmm.
Well, then it must have been very important to have to speak to the king when everything was still sound. Well, I'm glad you have met Quincy. Very helpful. But either way, yes, Quincy is an Aasimar. She receives a lot of visions and prophecies. She's getting better at understanding them, but to be quite frank, every single time she has come to us about them, she kind of gets it wrong a little bit, just by a little bit of lack of information or common sense, if you ask me. But
Ooh, tea.
she has sent us a letter detailing another vision that she was told. She has detailed what she can remember from it because it was very sudden. She didn't have much time to write it down, but she was able to put down what she could of the vision. And she wants us to try and fix it because it is actually close to us. And as he's stating this, he's handing the papers to you guys. seeing who's gonna take it first.
Mark will take them and look it over.
You take the paper, and as you look through the first paper in front of you, it is written very hastily. It basically starts with to Sanctum or whoever gets this, and it goes into detail about how who she is, which is Quincy, and she even states, let me. Oh, where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Letters to cities are such like I wish that was still a thing people did. Like just addressing it to the city.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to remember how to pronounce this name. But you see that she states who she is, that she is the Asmer child of Nimsha. I will put the name if I can highlight it. Copy, paste, boop, right there. And goes into how they had received a prophecy during their sleep, and that it had woken them up, and that they had to find some paper to write this on. And they detail that they couldn't remember all of what was said and what they saw, but hopefully what their description had is hopefully enough for whoever sees this. And in the end they said, if this is to be done, I was told that I would receive a message back from my father if this is done correctly. And a little bit down below you see what I can remember from the vision with little bullet points next to it.
Iconic. You know, I did not want to make this joke during this. That's why I waited. But Mr. Electric Teacher destroyed my dream journal versus the finding the scraps of paper.
Yeah. But
Wait, finding scraps of paper.
are you trying to pull a Slenderman on me?
Collect my pages.
Oh my goodness. I didn't
I love
realize.
how the whole premise of the original game is that he really, really, really does
Not
not
to
want you
collect
to collect
pages.
his pages.
I've actually never heard of that. Then again, I left that fandom forever ago. But
I've
oh my
now
goodness.
Good grief.
For what? 15 years? 15 years? I was 10, 9, 10-ish.
Oh, wow. Time flies.
Isn't that crazy how like one day in like late childhood you just decided to be on the internet every day and then kaboom?
Yep. Sadly.
Yeah, real.
Sadly. But
No, I wouldn't trade it though. I feel like it was great for my critical thinking.
yeah. Okay. Back to D&D. But Oric, as you
I'm so easily distracted. I'm so sorry.
it's all good. But likewise, Oric, as you look down and see the bullet points, it goes into detail of each thing that Quincy remembers, which the first point is pawn, center of village. You get the description of only women, no men. Attached to that is what's the other thing? Which with the bunch of question marks after this word. Magic? Question mark? With like 5 question marks.
God, I love how she takes notes.
Yes. But that's what you see on the first page. on the other page, you have a map, a very sloppy map, which has a point of Sanctuum with a very rough, extremely rough outline of the size of Sanctuum, and it gives you a easy trail to go to find this place. And it seems to actually be a little bit more north, actually. So yeah.
I assume this isn't somewhere in town either of us have been, or any of us have been.
Nope. This one seems to be very much far out of Sanctum.
Well, I can't make much sense of it, but I suppose we could go investigate this location.
Oh, that would be much helpful. Will states that, and he even looks at Ravine and goes, "This will definitely help us out. Especially since, like I said, a lot of us might have not wanted to actually help. Sadly, there's a couple of us that see it as more of a outside problem, not our problem. But since you guys were here, we figured you guys might have an easier time doing it. Maybe more fun, I guess. I don't know what you adventurers see as fun.
For me, it's a means to an end, but I am not a typical adventurer.
That is true. A lot of adventurers choose to only do this for money or fame, or they'll tell stories to future people. And there was a couple that just were like, I do it just cause, They have no purpose.
Well, I'm doing it for a future in a roundabout sort of way, but in any case, I suppose once we've all had a chance to have some breakfast, we can head out. If that would work for you two. And he turns to Ellen and Octavia.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
think
my
that's
that
pretty
cut off.
reasonable. Oh, sorry. She smiles and she says, "I think that's reasonable."
Yeah.
Very well then.
Okay, sorry. I was eating something real quick. So
No problem.
Valid.
so you guys decide to go get some food real quick before journeying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I would assume you guys go to the mess hall that's in the castle, I would assume. Unless you choose to go anywhere else.
I'm sorry. Is that background noise getting picked up?
No.
Okay, thank God.
But okay, so you guys go to the mess hall area in the castle, and as you do, you see just like a couple people already inside. They seem to have their own food already served to them. But you make your way in, and you see some more new faces behind the kitchen area. Especially you see a rather tall, very muscular elf. And he looks at you guys and he goes, "Oh, you guys must be the travelers that recently came through here, right?"
Ah,
She
yes.
smiles.
We are.
Ah, interesting. I assume you guys are also inquiring on food as well.
Currently, yes.
Okay. Well, you guys take a seat. We'll bring out some food for you guys. And yeah, just give us a moment. And as he says that, he turns and looks at the others behind the little kitchen spot. And you hear him speak in a very rough voice, in a trying to think of a language. I don't know. He's saying something that's not common. I'm refusing to figure out that part.
Fair.
But he speaks to the others, and they all seem to immediately start getting into work. You guys go and take a seat. Kind of wait for a moment. Nothing seems to happen just yet. You guys wish to make any small talk while you guys wait, or
Mark will just quietly wait.
okay?
You sleep well?
Yes. Yes.
Nice. You hugged the blanket.
Hmm?
Oh, she said you hugged the blanket.
Oh. I suppose I'm not really used to sharing.
It takes
At least
practice.
not. Mm.
At least not. And she kind of raises an eyebrow.
What?
Said at least not, and then you didn't finish. So she was like,
Oh.
at least not?
At least not in terms of bedding.
It takes practice.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. You guys do a little small talk, and all of a sudden, just like if I remember the previous times, out comes a bunch of different kinds of food, all plate in front of you. You have some of just bread, different kinds of eggs, some pig meat as well. Then you have each my goodness, my mouth. Each of you get a glass, and then there's a pitcher filled with some water with some ice, and they also bring out some utensils as well for each of you. And you see the person who had placed all of it was this little Kenkun, and just looks up at you guys and waves. And in this very much, what's a good, like, a voice that you were not expecting to hear come from this little thing. He just, or at least they go, enjoy, and he scurries off.
He smiles.
Ah, Kenku.
Love them.
I would love to play as them. They are adorable.
She's gonna grab like all of the fruit options first, because again, like she is a cupcake. Like her blood sugar is just max.
Kenku's definitely not
grab
something
all
easy
the
to
fruit.
play in a full-length campaign.
Yeah,
Seems very much more of a race tailored for one
or
shot.
one shot.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Or
strictly
short
sticking to the
ones.
they can only copy people thing,
Yeah. I mean, it probably could work.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah, berries, yogurt, juice, like a bit of the protein, like maybe like no, sausages have like maple sausages. She gets like the sweeter variety whether that's like blueberry or maple. Just get some of the protein, and she does grab a few vegetables,
Okay. So that's what you
but
grab.
it
Or
is mainly
grabs a-
just
or
yogurt and
grabs a
berries.
salad.
Okay.
Or grabs like a salad and maybe some salmon if they have it.
Yeah, you see that they made at least 2 of them. They weren't too sure what you guys would have liked, so they made a little bit of damn near almost anything that they think of.
Hell yeah. Don't think about the logistics of how wasteful it is to make an entire meal without consulting.
For these group, they're like, whatever. But but yeah, so far it's a
I
little
think
bit.
that's like to like eat what you are given type culture. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And then what about you, Evelyn? What you eating?
Kind of just browsing around to see things that she hasn't tried yet.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'll say, like I said, you also see some salmon that unusually is there. Like say, I'll say, what's some other different types of food? You see some very unique looking fruit. You obviously see some regular ones, but then next to it is these weird looking ones that you may or may not have seen them before, or you have seen them once but haven't seen them in a bit. And then you see, looks like a lot of just normal kinds of breakfast related food. Trying to think of anything else.
Inquire about the weird fruit. You have gotten my attention.
Do you want to try the weird fruit?
Of course.
Okay, you pick it up and you see that it has a little stem attached to it, like it was probably from another bunch. And it is this beautiful, bright yellow, little kind of berry like. It's very close to the shape of a cherry, but bigger than a cherry, but just like a couple small what's it? My brain's going milliliters, but that's not making sense.
A few inches bigger.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Ooh, so like a cherry tomato.
It's still round like a cherry. It's just a little bit bigger and it's yellow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm immediately trying that shit. She has just a kabunk.
You take you just put the entire thing in your mouth.
Guaranteed.
Okay, you place it in your mouth and you are overtaken by such sweetness. Like not chocolate sweet, not like how sweet that can be, but it's very sweet like how fruit typically is, but just more. And you don't even taste any seeds attached to it as well. So that's a bit interesting. But the more you chew it, the more flavor you keep getting out of it. And by the time, obviously, you swallow it, it just keeps getting sweeter and sweeter the more it goes. And you even get a little bit of a honey taste as well.
Oh my god, I fucking love this. I need this in real life. I need this in real life right now. This sounds spectacular. It's just like a honey cherry. Oh my god. She.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you're going robotic.
Like if you've
Man, you're going robotic.
Rip.
I can hear you a little bit, but you're still cutting out.
testing.
There we go.
Okay. So I was having an epiphany, right? This is like her eyes have gone fully bright. She is in heaven. The concept of like a honey flavored fruit. Oh my god. She's on cloud 9. This is spectacular.
And I will say for you, Evelyn, you see Octavia. She takes a piece of it, she examines it, she just plops it in her mouth, and you just see the look on her face of just pure, like, happiness, of just also bewilderment that this could taste so good. Do you want to try it as well?
Yes.
Okay. You do the same thing, you grab one. This one's a little bit smaller, but still pretty big for its size. This one has a very small stem attached to it. Do you just put the entire thing in your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay. You do that, and you as well get that sensation of sweetness. Like I said, not like chocolate sweet, but fruit sweet, but more. And you also notice there's no, like, seed that you can taste, or at least can feel, or nothing that you can feel your teeth harden, like, crunch on. It is so sweet. Same thing. Over time, as you're eating it, you get more of it over time. And you even get a slight taste of honey as well by the time you're done eating it. I have stunned Evelyn. Evelyn's dead.
She is very happy with this.
Real. Yes, real. But yeah, you guys all eat the food that you have picked. Have some of the water. Helps quite a bit. And by the time when you guys are all done, I would say the sun is getting pretty high in the sky, but it's not yet high in the sky. You guys ready to head out on your little adventure?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys leave the cast.
She's gonna take a bunch of those berries though and put in the bag.
Okay.
Not like the entire share, but like a considerable amount.
Okay. You take a couple handfuls of it, and there's still some left in the little, not very little bowl. You just put it in your pocket.
Yeah, in her bag.
Okay. Yeah, you put that in your
She's
bag.
in that like leotard thing, so she doesn't really have pockets.
Yeah. Okay. You got your berries. Everybody is now heading out of the castle, and you see off to the side Will and Ravine just talking amongst themselves. Ravine does notice you guys as you leave, and he motions for you guys to come over for a second. What?
Yeah.
Oh, she comes over.
Ravine looks at you guys and nudges Will, and he looks back and he just goes, "If you guys do come back from this and you have this completed, please let us know what the problem was. We're kind of confused on what Quincy was talking about. She doesn't always make the most sense from her visions since she's still learning, but I mean, how much more time do you have to figure out visions?" But either way, please be safe. Up north, there's not as many trees. It actually becomes more open, so you'll be able to see a lot more of what's going on up there. From my best guess of where this place is, they're fairly close to the mountains, but not terribly close. So you'll see it, but don't pay mind to what you see out there. Not to dissuade you guys from not looking, but you'll see a lot of white and silver dragons out there. Don't pay mind to them. They're constantly having battles over territory up there.
Huh.
Yeah, it's been
Good
going
to
on.
know.
It's been going on for quite a while, but they're not going to harm you guys. They care too much about the mountains. Anything else you want to tell them, Will? And Will looks from you guys to Ravine and looks up, thinks for a second, and he looks back at you guys and just goes, I mean, my sentiment is still the same to what Ravine says. Be safe. Don't try to get too hurt from this. I don't think you guys will, but who knows? Who knows what will happen there? Same thing. If you find out what's happened, come back and tell us. That way we can probably send someone out to Quincy, unless she comes to us. I highly doubt it. But we would like to know as well on the situation.
I'm not entirely clear what's going on either, but I'll let you know when we get back.
Yeah. Quincy doesn't always make the most sense with her visions. Like I said, she's quote unquote still figuring them out. She's had most of her life to figure out how to read visions. I think she's just not taking careful to pay attention, you know?
Mm.
But I'm not an Asmer, and especially not of one tied to the god of prophecy. That would be helpful. But you guys should be on your way. Hopefully you guys don't come across anything too dangerous. Okay?
Of course.
And with that, I assume you guys leave out that same entrance that you guys came through originally?
Yep.
Okay. You leave out through there, and you follow the normal path that Spire and originally you guys were already on. And so far, you don't seem to be bothered by anybody around. Doesn't seem to be anybody on this path so far. So yeah. Unless anybody wants to try and see if you could see Spire, but that's up to you guys. I'll let you guys choose on that.
Octavia's just kind of like skipping down the path.
Okay.
Mark's just keeping an eye out for anything dangerous.
Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry.
No worries.
You guys make down the path, and you are at a fork in the road a little bit. And Oric, you still have the paper.
Yep.
Okay. You would take out the paper, look back at that little map, and you would see that it does actually have little details of which way you should be heading. And at this very spot, it does tell you to take the right path.
Alright. Well, I suppose I won't argue with whatever this is.
So you guys start heading down the right path, and as you do so, it actually is fairly smooth. It's almost like it was just kind of perfectly carved there. There doesn't seem to be a lot of fallen branches, no bushes in the way. It's fairly smooth. As you keep walking, at some point, you see that the sun is now high up in the sky. And by that point, you come to another area where it's another fork in the road, but it actually spreads off into 3 areas this time. And do you want to take a look at the map one again?
Yep.
Yeah, you look at the map, and you see that on this one, it says that there are 2 options that you could take. One option takes you just straight forward still. The other one is a little bit more of a detour, but it still takes you back to the main path that is straight ahead.
Does it specify anything about Ivor? Any details?
Nope. It just says that the one ahead keeps going on the beaten path. The other one is more of just if you wanted to take it, it will still take you to the main path at hand.
May as well take the straightest path then.
So you take the straight path.
You not.
So you guys take the straight path ahead, and as you keep going, it's still fairly smooth. Nothing seems to be happening. And soon enough, you are at the edge of the forest area. And up ahead is all entirely just plain area. Just to make sure it's Plain, plain. There's not a single tree in sight from here on out, from what you can tell. A lot of fairly tall grass, not hip like tall grass, but more like close to the knee, like tall grass. Trying to think. I will say by the stance you're at now, you do see the mountains, and they are huge. Huge mountains, a lot of them covered almost to the bottom with snow. And I'll say if you look, if you look towards the left, you can fairly faintly see the very top of the wall that Atheabus made, but it's still kind of going on from where you're at.
Huh.
So you guys still got some more walking to do.
Fair.
Yeah. Looking at the map, you do see that it's still a straight shot. Doesn't seem to be any markings that tell you can take this path or this path. It is just keep going straight. Okay. But, yep, you just guys keep on walking. Still not much happening. It's fairly quiet, actually. You hear a couple birds up ahead. And yeah, soon enough you come to a stopping point where the sun is now behind the mountains. Wait, no. Never mind. That's wrong. That's the wrong direction. I'm a little dumb. It's not that direction.
Hey, no, you're not.
No, you see it on the east side. Well, to your right. You see that the sun is setting, and at this point, you guys can still keep walking, or if you guys just want to camp out for the night, you guys can.
We should probably stop to set up camp.
Maybe a nods. That
Okay.
sounds pretty reasonable.
Okay. So you guys get to getting on setting up camp. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. It's funny. Could you guys give me survival checks real quick? Just one each.
Sure.
Yeah, alright. See if maybe... 19.
Okay.
Eh.
A 15.
5.
Oof.
Whoa.
Oof. Okay. You, Oric, you set up your area with your little tent and got everything all set up perfectly. Looks very nice. For you, Leanne, you got your little area all set up, all nice and pretty. And for you, Evelyn, you kind of struggle a little bit. You're not too sure how you want to have this all set up. One second, kind of have it. Next second, you're like, nope. Gotta start all over. You start up another one. Still, again, you're like, damn it. And then as you get to your last iteration of what you're trying to work on, you get a little bit of a wind that starts pushing the fabric and everything, and it all just kind of falls to the ground. And you just look at it and go, damn.
Valid.
But I will say you do have a little bit of a small area. You just don't have like a covered area yet. It's up to you if you want to try and set it up again or ask for some help.
For help.
So
All right.
Mark will help.
if you both want to give me survival checks with advantage this time.
No.
Hey, you get
Okay,
it.
18.
Okay.
That's an 18 and a 2.
Okay. So with all that, you both start getting the tent set back up. You have a little bit of trouble there, Auric, just because it's getting very dark, so it's kind of hard to tell where to place some of it. But Evelyn's able to, Yulin's able to correct you. Go, hey, put that right there, and you get it stuck into the ground. And soon enough, you have your own little, beautiful, perfect little shelter as well. And as the night is settling, if someone, it's up to you guys if you want to start a little fire as well.
Octavia did.
Hmm?
Octavia would have.
Okay. If you want to give me survival for that one as well.
Ooh, that's a 16.
Okay, yeah. You were able to get a small little fire going. You didn't have too much to work with around you, but you were able to find some sticks and some dead grass to help out. Even you were able.
Octavia,
Yes.
I have a spell that could have done that.
Well, that's all right. Sometimes it's important to do things without magic.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yep, you have a little bonfire now going.
Oh yeah. Sorry, my mic cut out on the last line.
It is all good.
It said, it's important to do things without magic, and then I didn't hear. What did Elwin say?
Huh?
I said to do things without
Yeah.
magic, and then
Yeah. Of course.
he smiles.
Okay. Like I said, you guys got a little bonfire now going. I would assume you guys have some food on hand that you guys are cooking.
Not
or...
only does she have a bag's worth of those fucking berries, but yeah.
What the fuck? Okay.
Those honey cherries are going to be the death of her, actually. I think this is like, you know that episode of Victorious where they give Cat Bibble?
Oh my goodness. I think I slightly remember that.
Yeah, that's that for her, man.
Why does this come apart? This comes apart?
Ooh,
The fuck? I did not know that.
you gotta reassemble it.
It's my little B2 bomber plane. Bought a new one. Now I'm getting
Hell yeah.
distracted. But
We're all bitches with attention problems, man.
yeah. Yeah. But back to D&D. You are sitting around the fire, eating some food, enjoying the rather cool night with the warm fire in front of you. even though it's a rather small fire, but it's a fire nonetheless. You guys wish to do anything?
Making a fire with sticks takes literally ages.
Yeah.
It's one of the like if you have flint and steel, I'd argue to use flint and steel.
Yeah.
You're absolutely sure you don't want.
She's
No.
like, I've got it, I've got it. She does not have it. It's like the rinkiest, stinkiest little flame you've ever
Do
seen.
you want some help from the help?
No, your skeleton friends, they don't need help with the fire. I can just enjoy this one. There was not enough words from that.
Hmm. You see a few of the skeletons come back with a bunch of sticks and like logs
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff, just
Oh yeah.
cut up, and one of them with just a dagger is making tinder.
Hell yeah. Icons.
Nice.
Love to see it.
Just because I know an easier way to start a fire doesn't mean I don't know how to build one.
Hmm?
Yeah. This'll
She
help get
watches.
it going. And she just gets them to give you all of the firewood.
She says thank you to each of them. Probably like if each skeleton doesn't have a name at this point, she's like skeleton
You
number 1,
you
skeleton
don't
number
need
2.
to thank them. They cannot think for themselves. Well, one can, obviously.
Well, that doesn't matter. They still did something nice. She does not understand.
I gave them the commands directly.
And they did it, and that's something worth
They're
thanking.
effectively not, in some vague way, extra limbs for me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, well, still.
Oh, hearing you talk about this, I'm just excited for some future stuff now.
Listen,
Ooh.
she
You might as well thank
will.
my right arm.
Well, thank you. And she turns to your right arm. She does not get the sarcasm. She doesn't. you guys have a disaster of a party member.
Kissing her on her fucking mouth.
Oh my god.
As you should. As you should. Listen, she has one thought, and that's be nice. And it bounces around her brain cell like a fruitier Jaeger. Like, it's literally just imagine, if you will, like a
Remember.
glitter screensaver.
Remember, you want a funnel of air through the middle of it.
Okay.
Pile them up in a square. 2 going one way, then 2 on top going another way.
Okay.
That way, it'll last longer, burn brighter, and cook better.
Nice. That's very helpful. She looks to both party members. I'm sure you've already assumed this, but ballet school doesn't exactly teach fire building.
You've done a very good job. It's
I try.
not easy at all to start a fire from sticks.
Yeah, she's so proud of herself. She's so proud of this like
What's this?
what we would call like rudimentary fire building foundation. She's like, this is the coolest.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to light it.
I mean, look, I was a scout from the moment I could join Beavers to the end of Explorers. Like,
I was a scout from the moment I could join Daisies until I was an
I assume that's
ambassador
the equivalent of Beavers.
of Beavers. Yeah, I was a
And,
scout from
like,
literally
is-
age 4 to
Aren't
age
Eagles
19.
the, like, older
Eagles are the
one?
boys. Well, sorry,
Well, yeah.
Eagles are the former Boy Scout top, whereas Girl Scouts are top was always cadet senior ambassadors.
Yeah, like,
Cadets
we kind
was
of...
the
Our
older, younger
equivalent is...
girls, senior were the middle girls, and then ambassadors were the
Because
eldest girls.
it's not really Boy Scouts here. It's
It's like
Scouts
guides,
and
right?
the equivalent of... Yeah, guides.
See, now over here in the States, it's actually Scouts for Boy Scouts. They rebranded, but it's
Nice.
still Girl Scouts for Girl Scouts.
Cool. Lovely. Love to see that.
Well,
And,
they
like,
rebranded for,
look,
very particular reasons.
frankly, in my uh my scout troop, there was
Yeah.
a very, very fair gender balance. It was
Oh,
like
that's wonderful.
50-50, if not at some times, depending on like what year you looked at. Like, because people drop out, people join.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it was more girls than boys.
Yeah, we just, literally within, the last 5 years, we just started to allow girls to join in Boy
Lamau.
Scouts.
How
So
progressive.
it was,
What an amazingly progressive country.
yeah.
That's
Well,
not great.
Sir
it
Robert
really
Baden
isn't.
Powell would be so proud of his legacy.
Yeah.
Ah,
Because the reverse
I am not
doesn't happen,
in the
unfortunately.
slightest going to advocate for Sir Robert Baden Powell's legacy nor his actions. His actions, obviously, as a soldier in the Boer War, were deplorable.
Wow, I'm getting international Boy Scout lore I never knew happened.
The founder of Scouting.
Yeah. Well, the
He would.
European,
Do you know where?
not the American founding.
Were?
Uh,
What do you mean?
Juliet Lowe over here in the States, she founded Girl Scouts.
When?
1912-ish? 19... Certainly, yeah, because we had the 100-year anniversary while I was still a scout, so it had to be 1912.
I'm pretty sure that's of Scouting as a whole, right?
I think that's specifically Girl Scouts. I wonder if boys... Now, this is not me in a
suppose, maybe.
professional manner. This is
'Cause,
me as
okay.
a casual person. I
Scouting.
believe Boy Scouts is about 5 years older
Scouting
than Girl
as a
Scouts.
whole, in terms of like its origins, started with Sir Robert Baden Powell, like in South Africa area, recruiting children to act as, well, essentially military scouts.
Oh, wonderful. See,
Um,
American Scouting
what's
origin
it
is a
called?
lot more wholesome.
Oh, sure it is. I'm sure it's definitely not
Hey, listen.
sanitized.
Juliet Lowe was like, y'all want cookies while we try to fight for our rights to vote? It was great.
What's it called? And there's Girl Scouts, yeah. Okay, but like with us.
Yeah.
Oh god. So be prepared is the scout motto, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's true of most
You know,
organizations.
it's actually been shortened from its original one that Baden Powell came
Well,
up
what's
with.
the original? Be prepared for
Be
war?
prepared to die for your country.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. The Girl Scout
He's
motto
rolling
is
in his grave, and I
pretty
couldn't be happier.
The Girl Scout motto is pretty militaristic as well, actually.
I mean,
It's
can you tell my old
God,
school
it's
was a private school in Britain? Its motto was "Serve and obey."
that sounds like
Yikes.
a parody. It sounds like a genuine
It
parody.
does. Haberdasher's Monmouth School.
Goodness gracious. The American Girl Scout motto, if I recall it from memory, is "On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country."
That's the
Make
Scout promise.
Yeah, that's the promise. That's not the motto. What the
That's
fuck
the
is the
Scout promise.
It's the I know
Wait, no,
the three
no,
finger
that's the
salute.
Scout law, right?
Yeah,
There's
I know it has
the
like
Scout
different
law
names
and the Scout
between.
Okay, tangent. Let's get
we
back to
have
GT.
we have
Sorry.
bunny trailed. We have bunny trailed hard, but that's valid and fine because there's only 3 of us. Well, 4 of us with the DM.
Huh? I was doing other things.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
I spaced off. I was working on something.
Sorry.
Valid.
Okay.
But yes,
We're
that
just
is why I
yapping
know
about
how to
scouting.
how to make a good fire.
I can make a great fire. I used to do primitive survivalist scouting. Like I used to literally take like trips with because I was a PA, which I don't know what that is in Britain, but like basically I was like a leader as a girl, if that made any sense. Like I was an older teenager, so I was effectively like a counselor. Um, so I
A
would
young
do these
leader.
primitive young leader, yeah. I would do these primitive survivalist camping trips, and I would be responsible for the well-being of like 20 younger girls, as I myself am like 17, 16, 17.
Yeah.
And we would just be in the forest, and I'd be like, all right, we're making
Young
lean-tos out of
leaders.
sticks. Have fun.
That really do be young leaders.
I was
Oh, God.
assigned reading for my English class. I had Lord of the Flies, my assigned week reading, and that was the weekend that I had, I was being a counselor for primitive survivalist camp. You can imagine, we're all sitting around the fire. I'm trying to do my English homework, and I'm just looking back and forth between the book and the girls, and I'm like,
Don't worry, Lord of the Flies wasn't about what would happen if a bunch of kids got stranded on an island together.
It's just a bunch
It's
of English
what would
boys.
happen if a bunch of British private school students who did not know each other got stranded on a desert island.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the fact that no pigs were staked out, we had a good time. Look, actually, fun fact for the lore that I can share, Blue Jay was one of my co-counselors for that trip.
Oh! So,
She was
so no
spectacular.
kids on that trip were chanting "Kill the pig, spill its blood, eat
No,
its
but we
guts."
do. What's fun is Girl Scouts does have a song that's like the moose that likes to drink juice who drowned in the lake, and
Look,
they love that one.
look, you will find the most bizarre, odd, hilarious, or a little off-putting songs in
As camp
any
songs.
scout group.
I'm so
That's just
grateful that
what
that's
you
like
do
that
at a campfire.
transcends.
That's
That
just the
transcends like
universal campfire thing.
national
Ghost
boundaries.
stories
It
and
really.
silly songs and skits.
We
Like, we
gotta.
put on comedy sketches all the time.
My God, I used to love
And, like,
doing
song
like
routines.
repeat after me.
Oh, God, yeah. Did you do the
Listen, I'm
no,
of the.
Quartermaster stores?
Yeah. Camp shops.
No, what? The
Like
song.
camp shops. Oh, the song. We had like My Poor Meatball or like Bringing Home a Baby Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snakes, snakes, snakes.
Okay. Let's
Good old. We're back.
Oh, damn.
It's D&D.
Yippee.
So, yeah.
We need the jingle jingle Markiplier clip. I'm so sorry.
Jingle jingle. D&D. Look, there's a
The
shark.
back rooms.
There's a shark.
Ah!
Focus on the shark.
Oh
So,
my god.
so with D&D.
Blow high, blow high, blow high spotted.
So,
You should not have done that. There is a trans woman in the call.
shark, shark, shark.
Blow
Plus
high.
Markiplier. We're losing our mind.
D&D.
Chat, that key sound, that like Discord key sound, genuinely, it's like, here's my brain flash pause. It's the most like, pay attention.
Okay. So, you guys enjoy the evening as it still stands and as it gets darker and darker. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you guys all go to bed?
Not particularly.
He's gonna just sit by the fire and enjoy it for a bit.
Okay. You, Evelyn? What do you want to
My god, they put
do.
it in a washing machine.
Okay, so we're just camping out.
Yeah.
You can do anything if you want to before going to bed if you want.
Kind of just prepare certain ritual materials and circles for the next morning. Just to get prepared nice and early.
Okay.
To kind of recast the spells.
Gotcha.
Recast.
Yeah, you have to recast Animate Dead every 24 hours or the skeletons are no longer under your control.
Yeah.
Oh no, we can't have a mutiny on our hands.
Look, the skeletons are so frail and weak that she could just basically, boom, 1 to 2 attacks and they're all gone.
Yeah.
That's
They
so
are,
mean.
frankly, very easy to destroy. And the best part is, kill them and you just reanimate them again.
Never ending supply.
That's the great part about skeletons.
Yeah.
You just see like imagine like a chibi Octavia in the corner of the screen just bawling her eyes out like no.
Don't worry. The 2 original ones from like the magic item and Bonula Jones are not going to revolt because they are not from Animate Dead.
Ah.
Ooh.
Those 3
Adds to
are
notes.
permanent.
Nice.
Well, not
Ooh.
permanent, but like they are just bound.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've come to the conclusion that this party quite literally is just a dad and his disaster daughters.
At this point,
mean-
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It
Whoops.
works.
One with uncle issues and one with granddaddy issues.
Oh, wait till you meet others. Oh boy.
Wait
Dude,
until you
but
meet
If slash
grandfather.
when Mr. Honey appears in this campaign, I think we're all gonna lose
Oh
our minds.
no.
Look, I got a couple people. When you meet them, you're gonna realize that motherfucker right there has issues.
Like, take 3 guesses as to why Octavia
Swear to
was stuck
God.
in ballet school.
If Edeline ever sees Mr. Honey, it's on site.
So,
Be taken over by like the innate desire of like kill. The fucking Steve Harvey bit.
Yeah.
so okay. So you guys, at some point, after a while, sleep kind of takes over you all for a moment, and you guys all head to bed at your respective time that you want. Uh, and I'll say for this night, it's rather peaceful. Um, it's a bit rough just because you're out in the elements, and for those who have not done that, it's a bit odd. It's a bit weird, and you might wake up a couple times, but those times that you do, you are greeted with the stars. They're all up there, all just littered across the sky. Not a single cloud in sight. And for those who have a rather easier time, you sleep rather peacefully. And then obviously, Auric, you would wake up at your time since you only need such a short amount of time. Is there anything you want to do before the others wake up, or just kind of chill?
Nope. Orc just kind of sits there and keeps watch.
Okay. Yeah, you keep watch for the rest of the time before the others wake up. For the most part, you don't see anybody around. It is very quiet. I'll say, as the sun is rising, you do see off in the far distance a small group of centaurs just kind of making their way down, presumably towards the forest to go do their own thing. But they don't seem to see you, and if they did see you, they don't seem to care, as they're not walking in your direction. That's going to my favorites.
Same. Every time.
But yeah, the other two, Yulin and Octavia, you both wake up, and you just see Auric kind of just taking watch. And yeah, you're greeted by the sun, and it shines ever so bright on the surrounding area. Is there anything you guys want to do before you might pack up or anything?
He's gonna take a moment to appreciate the nature.
You take in the sight before you, and you see the grass all around you having a little bit of dew on it. You can even hear some of the butterfly. Not, you can't hear butterflies. You hear birds.
Oh, I was about to say, there's butterflies.
There are butterflies, but they're kind of just fluttering around. Some land on some of the flowers that are close by. But you do hear a lot of the
Stop
Butterflies
the
are
fucking
great.
presses. She is looking at. She is chasing after these fucking butterflies. She's like,
I'm not quite. Well, sort of am, but I'm also less used to than most people in probably the UK of the idea of butterflies being this rare thing.
I mean,
Because I spend a lot of time in South Africa and they are fucking everywhere there.
here there's a lot of butterflies.
Yeah,
You only see mostly monarchs.
it depends on the season.
Yeah.
It depends on the season. But yeah, she's literally like fucking genuinely not like bothering the butterflies. I don't mean chasing after as like spooking them off, but like she's just like looking at all of them and pointing them out to both of you, being like, guys look, guys look, guys look.
but yeah. Like I said, you hear some of the birds doing their songs. You even hear a couple owls in the far off distance. Who the fuck said that? But
guys, I don't want to alarm you, but I think someone in this room might secretly be an owl? Who?
I don't know. Dun, 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 dun.
I was about to say who for point
Dun,
1 second
dun,
until I
dun,
was like,
dun,
wait,
dun,
that's
dun,
the
dun,
joke.
dun. But
You
yeah,
just hear fireball.
I cast rubber bones. Ah, I needed
Twin
those.
spell!
I needed those, dickhead.
Twin spell! Dragon's breath! Go!
But yeah, guys.
At least it's not thunder damage.
My goodness. But after some time, you guys, I would assume, get all your stuff kind of packed up.
Yes.
So you'll pack up your stuff as best as you can. It's a little tough, but you get it all done. Orc, you look at the map and still just tells you to keep going straight.
Alright, well, onward we go, I suppose.
Onwards you do. And as you keep making your way, still day grows on. The sun's still getting there in the sky. You can still kind of see the moon off to the other side on the east, faintly there. But yeah. And I will say, for you, Leanne, as you're walking with the group and you see the sun and the moon, you remember a little play that you did as a kid. It's a very sweet
Aw.
play. It talked about the sun and moon god. Let me find their names real quick. Where are their names? Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to say their names. You remember the play talking about Lumdara, the sun god, as he rises with the sun and he catches the glimpse of the moon goddess. And you remember in this little play that every child goes through, where they do this very amusing play as it goes over the story of how the moon goddess and the sun god met, and how even though they weren't always able to see each other, they very much fell in love. And only during special times like eclipses, blood moons, certain situations where the moon is a little closer to the sun, you remember that during those times, that's where the two gods could meet and finally be with each other for just a brief moment in time. And you remember part of this play also mentions at the end that the gods had kids. They had lesser gods as well. And for a moment, you can't quite remember what their kids' names were, but you know that they had at least two, from what you can remember. The names are a bit foggy, as it's been a while since gods like these have happened. Like I said, you can faintly remember the shit that was going on. But yep, that's what you can remember, at least from watching as the sun rises. But likewise, you guys continue on with your walk. Still nothing seems to happen. You get to a point where the sun is high in the sky, and you come across a small little area where it looks like some people had laid some of the grass down to smooth it over, And you see in the very center there looks to have been a bonfire that has been long since that has since been the fire
Oh,
has
so
been
not
gone.
recent.
Yeah, you get since there's no
I was
smoke.
about to be like, through my superior detective work of slightly hot coals.
I mean, if you were to try and touch it, you would see that it's fairly cold. So whoever was here have long since been gone.
They've been gone.
Yeah. But I will
Also, just exchanging some of my favorites.
but I will say you do see that they have left a couple small pouches. There's like at least 4 very small pouches. If you guys want to take a look at it.
Ooh, she again, no concept of like what could be a trap. She's opening the shit up.
Okay. You open the first bag you see, which is just a regular green bag, and inside actually is a couple herbs. You see mugwort, you see lavender, uh, you see what is like a couple small sticks with some torn off cloth. So your only guess probably was that this was someone who used to heal people with just the old traditional methods before magic was really a thing, or those people who still did it that way. There, did it catch
Your
those?
mic cut out.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard the people that still did it, and then
Okay, let me change my thing to standard real quick. That way it can hear me. But yeah, it seems like whoever had this did the old traditional way of healing people before potions were a thing and before magic was ever established. And you would have probably guessed that whoever this was still practices that way of healing.
nice. She doesn't want to steal, so she's gonna gently put it back.
Okay. Did you want to look at the other bags, or does anybody else want to take a look at them?
If nobody else wants to, she will. But
Yeah, Orc's kind of just eyeing them suspiciously.
Okay. How about you, Evelyn? Do you want to take a crack at looking in one?
Number 4.
Uh,
Could you open one of the bags for me? Actually, no. Bonula Jones, because I can see through Bonula Jones's eyes.
okay.
hell yeah.
Okay.
Eyes.
Okay, so your buddy kind of opens one of the bags that was also left, and as he looks through it, and you can see through the eyes, all you see is a bag of just bones. If you do, you want to take them out?
Wait, what was it?
Bones.
It's bones. I can see that. Close the bag.
Okay. So he just closes the bag. You want him to drop it?
What did you see in yours, you two?
I haven't opened one yet. I don't entirely trust these.
I see. And it was
It
herbs
was
in yours?
lavender and herbs and some sticks.
Close it.
She does.
Right. Nothing ill seems to have happened from us simply opening the bags. What would be in yours, Auric?
Orc just picks one of the 2 remaining ones, he doesn't really care which, and slowly opens it up.
Okay. So we open up another one, and this one is just a a black small bag as well. You open it up, and inside is a couple very small vials. One that you can see is a kind of white, glowy vial. Another one close next to it is an empty vial. And the other two are both red vials that seem to also be glowing a little bit.
Ooh, glowy vials.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What's in it?
There's glowing vials in here.
Is that
I wouldn't
something that
recommend.
you would be intrinsically interested in?
I wouldn't say so, no.
And what about you, Octavia? Are you
She looks at them.
directly drawn to the contents of your bag?
No, but I do want to know what those are. And she's reaching towards it as if to like chug one.
Don't touch the contents of the bags.
Why not?
Bonula Jones, if you could please reach inside of your bag and retrieve one of the bones. At least 30 feet away from everybody else.
Okay.
If there's one thing you can say about Halloween, she's suspicious.
Okay. So, Mr. Jones takes us a couple steps away from you guys, and he goes and opens the bag once more, and he grabs one of the small, very tiny bones. I'm trying to think. I don't know the anatomy of bones. But what are they called? It's not a femur, is it?
Femur?
No.
Femur? What section?
It's supposed to be on
Arm, leg,
kind of arm, but I don't know what. I don't know if it's the same for.
forearm?
What are they called for these?
No.
I guess
It's not
I guess it's
radial,
the
right?
We passed high school health. We didn't.
But
Okay, I guess they're the same for other things, but it is the radius.
yeah, radius. I thought it was like something like that.
I just thought they were called other things for other like. I'm not trying to say what it is, but for other things, I thought that was just like for humans. But I guess that goes across for everybody, for every being and creature.
Right.
But
Does anything happen when he takes it out?
so far, nothing. He pulls it out.
Hmm.
Definitely, just kind of sorry, like moving it to the side. Nothing happens.
I'd suggest proceeding with caution, but it doesn't seem like there's anything particularly sinister about them. What about the fourth bag?
Oracle cast Mage Hand and use that to open it.
You go.
You can use my skeletons, they're disposable.
So is this.
Yeah, Mage Hand is a cantrip, right?
At least
Yeah.
you can see through. No, at least I can see through Jones over here.
Yeah, but you're.
My eyesight is more
Um,
than sufficient.
This is how I imagine him,
Formula.
by the way. This is just how I picture him in my head. He is the skeleton for
Nah.
Scary Godmother.
Nah, he is just one of the bodyguards, except with a hat on.
Incredible.
But so you're using Mage Hand on that other bag.
Yeah.
He's also got the faceless mask on.
Nice. But
Who else he reminds me of?
so the Mage Hand opens the bag, and it's just now open. Nothing seems to happen.
What's in it?
Do you want to take a look?
Man, let's have Bungler Jones take a look.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. So he walks over, and I assume he's picking up the bag.
Yep.
and, looks inside, Ooh. This one has the skull of a creature. It's not a human skull.
All bones, madam.
Yeah.
Is that because you opened it? Or is it because that's what was in the bag? No, what am I talking about? The other two didn't get custom tape. I've got to stop assuming bones are all for me.
I do believe most creatures have them. Or had, in this case.
I do believe most creatures have had them is fucking wild.
I will say, if you're still looking at the skull of this, from the faint light that you can see something is drawn on the skull itself. Looks like with paint or something.
Etchings on the skull.
Oracle will use Mage Hand to pull it out of a bag so Bones can get a better look at it.
I'll take that. And Bonula Jones just puts a hand on it.
Okay. So he has the
This is me/pause.
so he has the skull in his hand.
Yeah.
Okay. In front of you is a rat skull with these runes painted on it. It looks like it's with something that might have been ground up from some plants, maybe, as it's been dried and kind of coming off a tiny bit in some spaces. But most of the runes are not like it's not going to be hard to tell what it's saying or what it's reading as. But it's mostly all over the skull.
If these were explosive runes, then they'd have gone off by now. Yes.
Does anybody want to try and decipher them?
Sure. What should I roll for it?
I think
Some form of intelligence
I will-
check, Leanne.
What?
They get
No! Let
I am the Arcana Scholarly one.
Fail me again, you're all cutting out a lot.
let
I am the Arcana
Sorry.
Scholarly one.
yeah, I think it would be arcane that we're looking for.
Hey, that's a
That's an
That's
18 plus my
18.
abilities, which is, hold on, let me get my stats up. Been looking at the...
lame. She didn't have her
Hells.
character sheet up. Everyone
I
we get to make fun of her.
Did, Leanne. I did. I was looking at my spells.
Spells.
Nerd. Yeah, that gif reminds me of that gif of Jim Carrey.
Shush. Right. So that is a grand total of...
Oh boy.
There.
Looks like
Bleh.
we might be
Oh,
cutting
God.
out for starch.
Oh, sorry.
Let me.
Oh, I think it's on my end because it was all of you.
That's 24.
Okay, so we have a 24,
Okay, no.
14 and 18.
18, and
Oh, it's from all of us?
yeah. I mean, if you want to join in, you definitely can.
Might as well. It's a flat
Fuck.
roll.
Fuck.
You okay?
15. I'll take it.
15? Okay. Are you good, Evelyn?
Yeah. I accidentally stabbed myself with the sharp bit of one of my metal dice.
Oh.
Oh no.
It was a d20, so it's not that bad. It's
Yeah, it's not like
Okay,
a
at least it's not like a
triangle.
D4.
It's not like a d4, though the d4 is very blunted, because if it was sharp, then it would be a murder weapon.
Yeah, I have dice that are extremely sharp as well.
The D8, on the other hand, does not have such a luxury.
Yeah. But,
See, I like putting dice in my mouth. I can't have sharp dice.
oh my goodness. I'm glad I have
And
not gotten you any
for
sharp
the
dice.
plastic set I have is one of the sharpest things.
But,
Because it's one of those D4s which is like, effectively a D8 where one
Straight
of the
out of the
sides is
resin.
really long, one of the sides is really flat, and so only one side gets rolled on.
what's my do tomorrow?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
What is it?
love those.
Oh, that's what I work. Okay. Sorry, I was having to check something real quick. But yeah, you all roll really good, and especially for you, Evelyn, as you're looking at the skull through the Mr. Jones Bonnier
Bonula Jones.
Bonnier. That is so tough for my mouth.
Every time you say Mr. Jones, I think of the fucking Bob Dylan song.
That's why I say it, because I know I can't say the actual name.
Bonula Jones.
It's I don't know. I might be dyslexic. I don't fucking know. But
I mean,
It's a very stupid, it's a very stupid word.
Bonular. Okay. Through his eyes, you are able to tell right off the bat, I wonder if we put the bones from this bag with this skull and we kind of arrange it.
It's a bone puzzle.
Yeah, it's a little bone puzzle. And do you wanna do it?
Of course.
Okay.
Okay, so the bones in the other bag are like rat-sized.
Yep, they are rat size.
Is it a full rat skeleton in there?
Yep.
Oh. Okay, I thought it was like. Okay.
I know how to freak people out. But I'm assuming putting the bones all in the correct order
At slightly alarming speed, putting a full skeleton together.
Yep. As you do that, all of a sudden the runes on the skull start to glow a little bit. And just as you put the last piece of the bones all together, all of a sudden they all kind of form together and turn into a little ball all surrounding the skull. And then right in front of your guys' eyes, you see this grotesque, very backwards way of life forming in front of you. And out forms a little rat who just plops onto the ground. He's not hurt.
oh
with
my
a
god.
skull head, but with an actual rat face behind the skull, with piercing red eyes.
No fucking way, it's Cubone.
But he.
We have to adopt it.
But as you guys are looking at this little thing, he or it looks up,
My son.
looks at all of you, eyes you, and then you hear a voice just come from it going, "I was brought back."
Oh, good lord, it talks.
How was I brought back?
She's
I thought I
gonna
recognized that
she's
kind
gonna
of rune.
jump vertically like 5 feet. She's jumped. She's like,
I thought I recognized those sorts of runes.
You. How'd you read the runes?
I have certain interests that aligned with my ability to.
Huh. Either way. Wait. And you see him kind of just looking around, his little feet just in some of the grass. And he's looking around. Ah. Oh no. Where's my master?
How long have you been dead?
Well, technically, I've been dead forever. I just come back every so often.
Oh,
would this help? And she holds up the piece of
You're a-
cloth.
familiar?
I guess.
A familiar without a master.
Well, I did, but I don't know where she went. Unless she got
Would this
spooked.
help? And she holds up the piece of cloth.
No, but I know whose bag that belongs to.
Wow, bag owns someone.
Well, I recognize it. I've seen it before. That's how it works. No, I had a master. She brought me out, informed me, so that I could go and do sneaky things. She must have accidentally left me behind.
As one does. Well, I'm sure she's missing you. I wonder if... And Octavia, you can visibly see her put two and two together. She goes, could you be working for... And then she mispronounces the name of the person that they're heading towards.
Oh, you guys were only given, like, just a village, like, idea, not a name.
No, but the prophet.
Oh,
no,
Quincy?
but like the prophet.
The
Yeah.
Quincy?
She wants to say Quincy. She doesn't say Quincy right.
I don't know who you might be talking about. My master was different. She was a
Oh,
bit...
you want to tag along?
He kind of just sighs and kind of does a weird little sit. He just goes,
I have nobody else. I don't know who else to go to. I don't know where
You
they
can
went.
stick with us.
Yeah, I guess. Just don't abandon me. It's annoying.
Of course
You can
not.
stay inside one of the skeletons, just not the one with the hat.
You got skeletons? What?
Yeah. The masked ones.
I haven't seen these fuckers like those before in a while. What the hell?
Climb right in, there's plenty of room.
Can you actually control them?
Yes.
What? How do I know you're not my master in disguise?
Would that be a bad thing?
Well, if you're
I
my
am
master...
changeling.
Well-
If anything, your master would have been me in disguise, but that's not the case.
Well, that's impossible. My master's not a changeling. She's...
Exactly.
and then you finish that, and he just starts to, like, squint. It's like,
She goes, do you like berries?
I can't really eat. Sadly.
Oh. How do you...
Do you like
abstain?
fairies? I can't really eat. Oh, cherries.
this turn of the century. She goes.
I thought that was just an out-of-pocket thing from the mouse.
he's a rat.
No. She goes, how do you abstain? Like, how do you stay alive? Well, it's dead,
It's
but
a
she...
familiar.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm very similar to that
Familiars
one.
typically do not need to.
Oh. Well, can they for fun?
I think I don't have experience with living or semi-living familiars.
She's gonna hold out the berry just to see if it wants to try it.
Yeah. But yeah, the little guy just looks at it all, yeah, and goes,
Well, if I can't find my master, I guess I can hang with you guys. Just don't disassemble me again.
I'd like
Wouldn't dream
us
of it.
to try persuasion.
Oh.
You
What's
sounded
she cooking?
concerned with the idea that I might be your master in disguise.
Yeah?
Your master treat you properly.
Of course she did. She was
Uh,
literally the best.
What is your standard of best?
I mean, she didn't
That's
like.
not Octavia, that's me.
I mean, she didn't like putting me. Well, disintegrating me in a sense. She actually hated it, but it was the best way to travel. It was the only way to travel
God.
with me.
Oh,
What's it called? The. Do you still need me to roll the persuasion or no?
What do you want to persuade him with?
Well, just like it was mostly just to open up about it, but like seems like he's being
Oh yeah, he's
pretty open anyway.
being very open.
his world, we're just living in it.
Yeah.
I have the same charisma as I have intelligence. I need.
Can't relate.
Like I said, he's being very open.
Yeah.
She's gonna hold out her hand for the little rat. I know that you said it could travel in the skeleton, but she's just gonna see.
He looks at your hand, looks back up at you, and just jumps into it.
Oh. She's gonna scratch his little head.
He kind of just goes with it, but his eyes are still open. He's just taking it.
She's like, "You're so cute."
I guess.
Yay.
I mean, I'm kind of weird looking.
That's okay.
Yeah. Well, now that you guys have found me, I'll just go wherever you guys go.
Wonderful. And she opens up her little purse for it to like hang out in.
I don't like being in
That's
cramped
fine.
spaces.
There's plenty of room in the
Understandable.
skeleton if you wish.
He kind of just looks at you and back at the skeletons. Goes,
Plenty of room to run around inside it.
Ha! Sense of humor.
and he
Heck, I could even hang a little pouch full of. No, you don't eat food.
Yeah. It's okay.
and you see him kind of reel back on your hand, Leanne, as he just
Yeah.
leaps over to the skeletons.
Hell yeah. This guy has every disease possible. He has the Black Plague.
No.
You-
He doesn't have fleas.
Yeah,
His flesh only just formed.
he's safe.
almost.
He doesn't carry fleas, and so he doesn't carry plague.
But yeah,
Wow.
you just see this little guy just go right into the rib cage and just chill.
Like, kind of between the folds of the clothing.
Yep. You can kind of see his head a little bit as he's looking through.
It's like the Ratatouille thing of, like, light shining through the hat.
Send it.
Yes.
You have to understand. You have to understand. I was literally clicking that GIF to send. What? Same brain. Same brain. What the fuck?
But yeah. And now you guys have a little companion.
Love him. What's his name?
You want to ask him that?
Remy.
Remy?
Nonular
Get it?
bones.
Remy?
Oh my god.
Remular bones!
Like said, you guys can ask him if he has a name.
He goes, what's your name?
Hold on.
And he kind of looks down a little. He's like,
What was my name? What did the fucking master name me?
How long ago was this?
I honestly have no clue.
He's like ancient.
I mean, it only feels like seconds whenever I'm gone.
Well, it's possible.
Fine. I guess. Nightingale. Call me Nightingale.
All right,
Ah,
Nightgale.
That's his name. Nightingale.
Welcome to
Nightingale.
Nightgale.
Yes.
Hold on, if I remember correctly, this should be. This is the name of a bird.
Yeah, I know. But it's
Nightingale.
also very
Yeah.
similar to.
So
Right,
it's
Vale.
similar to a name of a bird.
Also similar to a podcast I like.
Nice. But yeah, now you guys have a little weird companion named Nightingale.
Fuck yeah. It's gonna be like his owner's straight up fucking dead. Like,
Who knows?
what if his owner's the fucking skeleton? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows what might have happened. But now you guys have a little
Yeah.
companion.
Work's the voice of reason. Elwin's the voice of like getting shit done. And Octavia's here as like I don't know, party
Entertainment.
not distraction. Yeah, precisely.
Inner fucking tainment. So,
Squishy rat, yeah.
yes.
I fucking love that
Entertainment.
gift. She is.
A powerful rat named Charles Entertainment.
No! She is not Chuck E. Cheese. That's
Oh
her
my
uncle.
goodness. Oh my goodness. But, yeah. I would assume you guys are going to continue on after this little happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay? As you guys are traveling, I'll say, if you anybody wants to, whoever wants to be talking to Nightingale, because he's a little chatterbox. Whoever wishes to, you'd be learning a little bit of information about who his master was from what he can remember.
I'm gonna fashion like a little bow out of that piece of cloth and just give him like a little bow tie.
He would honestly just see you do that and just be okay with it. He does not care.
Yes!
He's like,
Absolute
okay.
king.
Yeah. But like I said, depending on who wants to be talking to him during you guys' walk, you would learn that his master, from what he remembers, was, like said, very strange individual. They had a very hollow look to themselves. Kinda alive, maybe not alive. But that she was a very...
Like a lich?
No, not a lich, not a lich.
Okay.
Similar to
So
what
to be
Nyx...
like, oh no.
Similar to what I think Nyx was from the Black Sabbath. I think they were a reborn.
Like a porcelain doll? Yeah.
Yeah, they were like a reborn. I think that's the thing.
Ooh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. He, from what he can remember, tells you that she was a very, very nice person. She was just a bit odd in some departments, especially about how much she knows about the afterlife. And he even goes into detail about the other members of the party, which there was a wizard.
Oh, I get it. I get it now.
What? What do you get?
He was the party pet of the original Traveling Hearts, was he not?
Oh.
Who knows?
Oh.
would make a lot of
get
sense.
it.
Oh,
get it now.
baby.
It depends on how much he tells you and what you guys might find out about him.
I'm so sorry if I clocked like a big spoiler or something, but I love that.
Oh no, this is one
Like
that I
that-
get to create a little
I
bit
could
later.
be 100% wrong, chat and party. I could be 100% wrong in that assumption. But if I was to narratively foreshadow
Oh, I was
finding an abandoned old campsite with these cloths that do not like these bags could have been here 5 minutes, or they could have been here 500 years. And if the party has a connection to the older party, then by God, a cute mascot would be a hell of a way to establish that connection.
You will all see. But likewise with Nightgale, he does tell you one of the
Oh
members.
my god. Nightgale's the big bad.
No, nuh-uh.
He's very small though.
Yeah,
We gotta throw
How is
him! We gotta throw him!
Horatio?
Horatio's still a human being.
He's not a
He's
human
still a
being. He's a
person.
halfling.
Close enough.
He's so humanoid.
Halflings aren't people.
He's humanoid.
Yeah, he's humanoid. This is a rat.
He's humanoid. Slash,
A
he's
sentient
human
rat?
annoying.
Yeah, sentient rat.
The
Human
dragon can be the
annoying.
big bad of a campaign. That's
Nah,
not a humanoid.
nah.
I'm fucking crying. He's human annoying, is what he is.
But
Hell,
like
a non-sentient being can be the big bad of campaign, like a force of nature.
yeah.
George, what do you do Wednesdays?
My Wednesdays are decently open except from like 5 to 7:15. I have a class.
You should consider Shattered
5 to
Seas
7:15, you say. What
You should
time zone is
consider-
that?
Pacific.
Ooh.
Other
Okay,
side.
what
You're
time
ahead
is
of
it
us.
now?
It is 10:01 p.m. here.
In
It is
Pacific.
7 p.m. for me here. It looks like Seedual starts at 4 p.m. usually.
Yeah.
My time.
Ooh.
Mm.
Hey, so that'd be before your class.
It would
But-
be, yeah.
Oh no, but that would run into your class, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I could
Yeah.
stay there for an hour. Although,
Ah.
like, I only have it for like a bit more of March, so if my new schedule allows,
Oh, okay. Nice. Awesome.
yeah.
You should,
Hell yeah.
you'd really like it. Like, not to overstep, and obviously it's not my place to invite, but you'd like it.
Yeah, like if there's room in Seedual, I'd be very tempted to join.
Yeah, baby! This
Hell
way
yeah.
we don't have to
Yes.
get our entire session kneecapped by 2 people being missing.
Okay.
Which
See,
has been happening
this is all part
semi-consistently
of my
lately.
plot to make all my friends friends of one another.
I mean, to be
It's
fair,
my
you're
big
already
evil
in one
plot.
of the in
The mega
one of the other
campaigns.
campaign in that server.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in
Soul.
the Underdark thing. I'm in the experiment thing in Leanne's server. Whenever that starts, the prototype 729, which I'm excited
Dude,
for.
when I save up for a new computer.
What was
Oh, totally,
Soul's
yeah.
name again?
My name?
No, Soul's.
Oh.
Not Soul. Soul. Your character.
Oh, Saul Gooman.
Soul
Or no,
Gooman.
or wait, no, Solvent.
yeah, Solvent, of course, yeah.
Here's just Saul Goodman.
He'll talk you out of a sticky situation.
Oh my god.
His motto is JMM, Jelly Matters Most.
Okay. But
I love D&D, and I love my friends.
The best.
okay. But likewise, Nightgale, like I said, he tells you what he can remember about the other party. He remembers that there was a wizard. He can't quite tell or remember what they were besides a wizard. You remember the one who had the bag full of herbs. He remembers that that one was a cleric who just happened to have done and still used the old traditional way of healing alongside the cleric magic healing. And he also remembers that his master, that he says, was some kind of being who worked with the dead, like I said. And
Also,
like evil arc for Solvent, JMM changes from meaning jelly matters most to just make mucus, as opposed
But
to
we had already.
justice matters most and just make money.
But
We can't
Yeah,
keep,
sorry, carry
keep
on.
derailing now.
okay. But yeah, and the last one that he remembers was someone who seemed to have only been good with fighting, so he might have been a fighter as he carried around this very large longsword. But that is by far the only thing he can really remember. He doesn't really remember the names of these people. He doesn't remember what most of them were, besides what his master sort of looks like a little bit. Like I said, it's very hard for him to remember sometimes. Even though it feels like seconds to him, it still goes by fairly quick with time. But after some time, he kind of takes a break from talking and seems to just enjoy the world that he can see. And as you guys are traveling, over time, the sun starts to dip off in the east. Wait, am I correct? Hold up. Shit, have I?
No, but I felt like I shouldn't have corrected you because I was like, oh, it's fantasy world logic. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west.
Yeah, technically that's how it works. You know what? Yeah, in my world, it's the opposite. It's west to east.
Whoa!
It's a little backwards.
Nice.
But yeah, as more time passes, and obviously as you Oric are still making sure that you guys are on the right path, and you still are, soon night seems to come once again, and you guys are all setting up for camp once more. You guys want to give me a survival check once more?
Nice.
That's a
That is
cool
a flat 18,
4.
so that's a 20.
Okay, got a 4 and a 20. Okay. What about you, Evelyn?
Crocodile explodes.
14.
Clicks it, crocodile explodes.
Okay. So, for you, Leanne, you make your
Yes.
space, your whole camp area, relatively quick. It's almost close to second nature now, and it's all structurally sound. For you, Evelyn, it takes you a bit of time. You have a few areas where you try to fix it and it falls, but you get it back up, and it looks really good. A lot easier this time rather than the first time. And for you, Oric, I would say you're probably a bit tired from making sure you guys follow the path, that you were a bit distracted from what you were doing. So your little area, your little tent area is it's not working fairly well.
Oh.
But you definitely can ask for help if you would like.
Would one of you mind giving me a hand here?
Of course. And Octavia helps.
And then if both of you want to,
Okay, what was the helpful?
to help him with, actually helping him with,
Campsite.
yeah, the campsite.
Yeah, because I got a 4 for
She'll
survival.
like slap her hands together twice and just all. Oh god, how many do I have now? Oh fuck, I can't remember how many I have. I have the 3 that are the base ones, but then from Animate Dead I have. Is it 2 so far?
You have an army.
So that's 5, I guess, right now.
Yeah. That sounds right.
I can't wait until I have more.
which I will easily get as soon as I find more skeletons.
Guys, we have to keep her away from a graveyard.
I am short of bodies. I'm not gonna steal from a bloody graveyard.
Would she?
No.
Is it unreasonable to assume she wouldn't?
No, but she also wouldn't. She has enough respect to do that. If there's a
Wow.
skeleton lying around somewhere, that's different. It's not being used, and she might as well recycle.
Like finding food out in the break room where it's like, well, nobody has claimed this.
Is anyone going to eat this skeleton? And before anyone can answer, she's already raising it.
But okay.
Hey guys, anyone gonna eat this donut? Oh.
Okay. So, likewise, if you, to those who are helping, if you want to do that, just roll me some survival with advantage.
That's a
an
17.
8 and a 5.
Reroll that. No.
Huh? What? What?
I'm
What
telling.
was-
I'm
what-
telling.
They said the dice are wrong.
Fucking reroll that.
That's a
What?
9.
Huh? What? Wait. Well, rolling.
Yeah.
The highest I've got for survival in 4 rolls is a 9.
Hot wasp.
Again.
Ocho.
Okay.
To be fair, like it's a
Let's go
thing
with
we've
8.
done literally the previous night.
Okay. What about those who
Ocho
are
is
helping?
8 in Spanish, not 9. Oh, I got a 17.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, nice.
I will take that. You, Auric, you still go back to trying to help as best as you can, and you are just. You're tired as fuck, man. You're just like. Oh
That
no.
walking took it out of them.
Yeah, for
It's
you.
been a long
Goodness.
day.
Yeah,
Shit, no one wants to do.
yeah. For you, Leanne, you seen
The
how you
the skeletons are.
seeing how you have yours already done, and you see Auric just struggling. You offer to help, and you can tell he's trying. He's trying his best, but you can tell he's
Can
tired.
I have a very, like, in-character idea.
Okay. hit
You
me.
know those, like, series of camping tents where they're all, like, next to one another?
Oh yeah.
Davia would totally be doing that. She's like, we're all friends. We all share everything. she's putting his tent right next to hers without any regard
Wait.
to asking him whether or not he wants his tent there.
Wait. Okay. Uh, Eloine. There is a fourth tent, and literally all
the
of the
bones?
skeletons are just piled up inside it, like to the top.
Fuck yeah.
Like it is full of skeletons. But you look inside and it's just a mass of bones with neatly folded clothes on the floor.
Decrepit
You know,
In a bag.
sardines.
In a bag.
Yeah, she's literally like, she doesn't even consider for a moment if he might not want his tent next to hers.
So you just put your whole things together.
Yeah, she's making tent city out here.
And how do you feel about it, Auric? You just kind of going with it.
Honestly, if it means he can get to rest sooner, he has no complaints.
Okay. So you just go with it. You're like, okay. And yeah, now you just guys have one giant conjoined tent.
Mega tent.
Yep, mega tent. So yeah. You guys wish to make another bonfire?
Sure.
Okay. Hold on. Uh,
You've proven your skills. Shall we just take the fast route for this one?
Please do.
All right. And wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me just. Just a moment. Okay, okay. All right. Um. Just. Yeah. Just click of the fingers and the fire starts.
okay. So now you guys just have a bonfire. No harsh troubles on this one. But yeah. As you guys settle for
Magic in a fantasy game.
as you guys settle for the evening once more. Or once again can see the stars out and the moon out as well. Everything seems to still be pretty nice. Anything you guys want to do before you head off?
Nope.
He's just cuddling and having a nice time.
Okay. Okay. So after some time, you all go to sleep. Once more, it's fairly peaceful.
It's flying away.
Nothing seems to
Bye, Pavilion.
nothing seems to really happen. And obviously, once again, Oric, you wake up before everybody else. Do you still want to do like a little watch just to make sure?
Yep.
Okay. You stay watch. Uh, give me a perception check.
That is a 13.
A 13? Okay. You stand watch, and as you're just scanning the grass out in the field, and you kind of start thinking about what's getting ahead, wondering how everything's gonna go down in Elteron. In the far off distance, you kind of get a glimpse of a figure just walking out there. Can't really make out any features as they have a cloak over their head. But they don't seem to really pay mind to you guys, and they seem to just be going in one direction, which was south. You wish to call out to them or just kind of ignore them?
We have our goals, they have theirs.
Okay. So that person just walks on by, not saying a single word, and does not come towards you. And as the sun rises, shines very brightly. Some of the clouds make hold on, let me look up. I gotta look up clouds now. Sunrise clouds.
Like a cumulonimbus cloud?
This kind.
Ooh.
Yeah. You get a red sunrise. I know that's probably supposed to look like a sunset, but that's a sunrise to me. But yeah, over time, Yulan and Octavia wake up, and yeah, I would assume you guys are taking everything down.
Yeah, she's pretty good at this point. Like, which I mean, obviously, right? It's kind of hard to justify because narratively, like, she's good at camping. But I imagine her experience with fabrics, as loose as the connection as that is, that might be why she's a bit apt at this.
Yeah. I mean, however you wanted to, I guess, put history to it.
Maybe she just got lucky, and
Yeah.
she's just like this. Somehow she's good at assembling ten. Well, actually, I suppose she is. I would say not necessarily good at assembling things, but maybe like puzzles and stuff. I feel like she'd like that.
Wait. Would you have done events before?
Oh God, yeah, that's the connection.
Putting
Like
up
outside
gazebos.
theater stuff. Yeah.
There you go.
That is totally
Boom.
where she's getting this
Boom.
from.
Backstory.
Story.
Situational.
Boom.
No, situational advantage due to expertise.
In putting up tents, yes. That would be kind of actually though, for real though, that would be one of the tools she has. Ooh.
Yeah.
Brick grabs it as distant dim memories of camping as a kid. Ooh. Wonderful.
Yes. So yeah, you guys take the time to disassemble everything, put everything back in a neat way, and you hear Nightingale waking up, and he's just going, "Ugh, oh my goodness, wait up, right, you're alive."
He can breathe?
It was more like just realizing that he's still alive.
Ah.
Poor guy.
Poor little guy.
Yeah.
I just want to hug him.
You even see his pop his head out from the cloth in the the rib cage, and he just looks
Oh my God, he pops his little head out through the buttons.
yeah.
Do you
He
think there's any
just
chance of like gauging roughly how long it's been since Nigel's been alive? Or
I will say, like I said, his time lasts for mere seconds, but
yeah.
for every second that he is disintegrated, it lasts about, I'm gonna say, a year.
Ooh.
So for him, like I said, he feels like it's mere seconds, like however long mere seconds last.
Yeah.
It probably has
Nice.
been at least a couple of years.
Oh, poor little baby.
Yeah.
In limbo, a stasis held for
Not
2
limbo.
years.
Limbo's a different thing
Yeah.
in D&D.
In stasis?
I
Pardon?
guess. Stasis?
Just like stasis. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah. Probably the closest thing to limbo in wait. No. Probably the closest thing to limbo in like 5th edition cosmology would be oh god, what was it called? Oh god, the one right next to Hades.
The
Purgatory?
Outer
Outer world?
planes.
Outer planes.
Outer planes. Okay.
Not the Underdark.
Outer planes. Right. What? The Underdark is on the material plane.
Yeah.
That was the joke. That was the joke.
Okay. Oh, it is Hades.
Ah.
Ah.
Luckily enough, this world works very different.
Oh. Because Limbo is the reverse. Well, Limbo is pure, unfiltered chaos. harnessable chaos, but chaos. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is solid. It exists as a void filled with ever-shifting material.
Yeah,
Energy
simpler.
spontaneously crackling around as lightning, exploding, forming into ash, which then melts into water and freezes again as rock.
Ooh.
But
Only very strong minds can actually shape
The Earth
limbo
cycle.
meaningfully.
wow.
The everything cycle.
Ooh, snazzy. Octavia's petting the rat. She's just like,
Sloths.
yeah.
Sloths were actually unintentionally created by, I believe, the Gith in their attempt to bring order to the chaos of limbo by making what the Sloths know to be the spawning stone.
Hmm.
They are essentially the manifestation of the chaos energy that's been sapped from limbo.
Ah. Hell yeah.
But
Man, it's almost like you learn a lot about D&D by reading the materials of D&D.
Almost, maybe.
Almost.
nah.
Almost like actually owning the books and reading them helps a lot.
Okay.
But excuse me. But yeah, Leon, you said Octavia was wanting to basically pet
Oh,
a
yeah.
rat.
He's petting the rat.
Yeah, he doesn't quite get it, but he's accepting it. He's just kind of like, okay,
Whatever.
Get it eventually.
yeah.
Get it eventually.
He's not very used to it, and he even says that he's like,
I'm not used to this. But okay.
No. Yay.
but yeah, I think. What do I want to do? I think we're gonna end that off right here.
Okie dokie.
You guys are
Sounds good.
yeah, you guys are starting your third journey. Oh boy, do I have stuff prepared for you.
It is
Ooh.
3:27. I woke up at 8:30 and I got 4.5 hours of sleep last night.
Oh
You
well,
need to
get
go
some
to
sleep.
bed.
I'm not
you
gonna
need to go
lie,
to bed.
I'm microwaved right now.
well that's why.
Really?
I was very out of it at the beginning of this session, as I sometimes am.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got much more into it as it went along.
Yeah.
You're me on the Sunday sessions where because the weekends are the brutalest shifts. The weekends are the most brutal.
This
shifts
happens
of
after the
mine.
only 2 days I have lectures.
Ooh.
Monday and Tuesday are my lectures days. Every other
See,
day of the
Tuesday
week
I have a
are
normal
empty.
shift.
Which
Wednesday I
you
have
may
a normal
think,
shift.
oh wow, I'm so jealous, and probably rightfully so. But
I get
like
2 days off a week. Point blank.
but like
that's all.
obviously that's not days off. That's
Still
time
spent
I
with the other
have for
activity
myself
for
as
homework.
opposed to free time. All of
Free
my
time?
coursework
What's
is in
that?
that time.
Oh,
Free time? What's that?
That's a privilege.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna leave you off there. That way we can start up with the
Wonderful session. I had a
Yeah.
spectacular time.
Yes, a lot of
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
will. I'll definitely say a lot of it was improvised. I was not expecting you guys to find that stuff, as I very clearly improvised it, but I loved it.
Yeah, it was good. Good session. Round of applause for the
Threatening.
DM.
Woo!
And we found Petrat Gilai Bilai Gumai Kandai.
Huh? You guys found a rat.
We found a
Huh?
rat.
Rat.
You know, that is the funny difference between the campaigns. Finding a rat in Traveling Hearts versus finding a rat in Shattered Seas.
Yeah. But
It's in me hardtack.
yep, I'm gonna go and stream real quick.
That's a
Say
week's worth of
bye.
rations gone.
Say bye to stream.
Bye, chat. We love
Bye.
you.
Goodbye, stream.
Like and subscribe. Or solely.
But yeah, that is the end of today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to those who are watching the VOD enjoyed this. I had so much fun. And before I hear someone go, that sounds like Critical Role there for a second. That's the point. I'm allowed to incorporate things. I do it all the time. I'm good at that. But this is actually going to be a lot more interesting later on down the road. I get to have fun coming up with shit now, do I? But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I actually got to end it on a really good note. It's not the normal kind where it just ends with them sleeping. This time, it's ending them with them waking up and going back on traveling. But yes, hopefully I will see you guys in 2 weeks from now on Tuesday, where we will continue off with this session. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys loved this. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream and the VOD. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye-bye.